We are live. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
This is the Tuesday Imaea group. You guys need to name yourselves eventually, by the way. So you have to figure that out.
Thought we agreed on the daddy
I thought we were
issues.
the daddy chasers or daddy issues.
Daddy issues?
Strong souls or daddy issues.
Oh, that's
Strong
soul
Soul is pretty funny.
I'm not sure
Strong
I like
Soul's
one of
good.
those two. Where'd those come from?
Let's combine the two and be the strong daddies.
Strong. Okay.
Strong daddy issues.
We'll work on
Daddy,
it.
Daddy Souls. All right. That's got to be a Dark Souls thing. Anyways, cool. So just a quick thing for anybody who's watching. You should already know this because that's where you have the link from. But this is the Tuesday night campaign where we play some D&D and we run through a homebrew setting of North Imaea. Or I guess I should say Imaea in general. But we have a couple of crossovers from other campaigns that are running at the same time. So assumedly, most of you that are watching are most likely people in those other campaigns. But with, I think that's pretty much everything. I'm scared to start because I feel like I'm definitely missing something, but we'll figure it out. Cool. Without further ado, who wants to say where we left off for some DM inspiration?
I will
See
do
head
it.
shaking.
We were all just
All right.
talking about what bad notes we've been taking.
Unless Jack wants to, because he has not yet, I will. Okay,
All yours.
Okay.
got you. So last we left off, our group was heading to get out of Hasamal as Titian had been discovered, not in a good way, by some members of the Roar. However, Ianthe was set that she would find her sister before we left. So we met some people on the way, got some clues, some alleyway hijinks ensued. Ianthe worked her way into the door, where she met Missing, the changeling, who is the right hand of Daphne of the Pale Moon. Daphne being Ianthe's twin sister. So Daphne caught up with Ianthe, got some information on the past. Ishian and Slogton had some meaningful conversations with Missing, all the while Adim was protecting everybody. Slogton gave Missing a little information of what their plans were, though Missing left, morphed into a half-orc. So the crew made their way to a tavern being held by the Golden Gang, who is a gang that runs the area near the gate they needed to go to. Ianthe had swapped clothes with Daphne, negotiated with Shadow, their presumed leader, offering the Pale Moon's hideout and a gem
It's a pretty good
trade, where we also found Missing had been captured by Golden Gang. And where we last left off, Ianthe and Slogtown were kind of cooling off outside. Adim was going to play some cards with his kobold friend Bud until someone offered to make the game interesting and put up his missing trident as the ante. And that is where we left off.
You got it. Looks good. Awesome, y'all. Well, let's kind of get an idea of where everybody's at. So the bar, the presumed hideout of the Golden Gang, where you guys are at, is a very large tavern. You have a kind of trying to think how to say it, kind of like a second level, sort of overarching. Is it loft? It's not a loft. But there's basically just another area that is looking out onto the main floor. If I remember correctly, we had the players who were we had was it just a Zim at the table or a Deem at the table?
I think it was just me, Bud, and whoever this Dragonborn is.
I think
Cool.
Titian was inside.
Okay.
Yeah, Titian was definitely inside. I don't really know where he was positioned. I think it was sort of a that was sort of left up in the air. I think he was just more of an observer there towards the end of the last session. But I guess if it deems at the table thinking buddy system, he would just be at least within eyesight of a Dean. Sort of keep an eye on him.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. All right. Let's start with. I'm sorry. Who was outside again? So I know Ianthe was.
Flogton was, so he would stay out of trouble because he was pretty hot and bothered when he found out missing was taken.
Gotcha. And for the record, Slagtan, I think, is the only one that knows that that's missing.
I think
And
Daphne does too.
Right.
And I can't think of his name. Millie would too.
Millie would too. That's right. Oh man, I need to grab Millie.
Oh, he's getting minis.
Fight? Oh no.
Right?
We can't have a fight. We can't have a fight.
I mean, why would I need Millie for anything?
We
Hope their
can't have a
insurance is
fight.
paid up.
It's not gonna go well if we have a fight. I need to sleep.
It'll go great. Exactly how it's meant to.
It's not going to go well. It's going to go great.
I need to sleep. It's a nap.
Cool. Let's do this. So starting from, just pull this up. 1 second, guys. There we go. Perfect. So starting from outside, Slagton, you see an orc make its way outside. You recognize this orc as missing. They did let missing go in the idea of the deal. So,
okay, I'll kind of go to the edge and just see if I can at least make eye contact so she knows where some of us are. 'Cause I don't know what her plans are for our egress.
cool, awesome. You see, cool. You see the orc kind of just like fumbling through. Looks to be male. This male orc looks to be fumbling through his pockets. Pulls out a rolled cigarette and just starts lighting it. And smoking it as you guys are outside. As far as I can tell, again, I'm sorry, this is the last time I'm going to say it, so I think it's Daphne, Ianthe, and Slagtan outside.
I think so.
Okay. And then
Daphne,
and then
I
also
don't
missing.
remember Daphne, but I knew Ianthe came out.
I don't think, like,
I probably would have encouraged Daphne to come outside. I think the less we are in there, the better.
Yep. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Is there anything we wanted to do outside right now?
Like I said, I'm just trying to keep myself chill because I know that I am not looked highly upon by some of the people inside that bar. Knowing that she's been, not she, but Missing's been released, that probably brought my edge down a touch.
Cool. Awesome.
I'm probably keeping pretty quiet because I don't want to say anything that could blow our cover.
All right.
Because I know we're being watched extremely closely, and I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that.
That would be the other thing, is keeping a lookout for I mean suspicious people who are dressed like they're official type people being near.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
T3.
What did you say? 23.
T3, yes.
Okay. There is. You may, Chris. You may want to drop the sensitivity down a little bit on your mic, just a hair.
I'm off my. All I have is my headphones. I don't know how
Okay.
how I could even do that.
Okay. Cool.
Try to be quieter.
No, you're good. No, I'd say try to be louder, because it'll pick that up.
Oh,
quicker.
okay, gotcha.
With a 23, you notice there are a couple of guards that seem to like kind of be hanging
Sorry.
out near the area. Yeah, Jack, if you can
I'll
get
turn
away from the speaker.
Yeah. I thought I had.
And with a 23, you notice that a couple of them do seem to be eyeing the shop. I mean, I think with the 23, you know that you kind of stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
But they don't make any moves toward it. You see a couple of guards just kind of talking to each other, but one of them does seem to look over at the party.
If Ianthe is close, I'm not going to go out of my way to make contact on it. But if she's close, I'll kind of give her a gentle. Slugged hand can do elbow nudge and just kind of motion so she can get a lookout as well.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I've got them.
You got it. I think, so Ianthe, knowing that you're closer to the guards than Slagtan in the way that I kind of envision it. That being said, they're probably about 30 feet away at least. Would you switch positions with Slagtan? Like, would you make any movement of like trying to?
You said this is like a deck, right?
Yes.
I would see myself as being close to the rail because I'd be wanting to get as much air in my face as possible. Plus, if I have to do something stupid like jump off, I'm right at the edge.
Cool. Yeah. I imagine you're all three of you kind of towards the rail, or do you think Ianthe and Daphne kind of take a step back against the wall?
No, I fully picture us leaning against the rail. Oh, so
Okay.
casually.
Cool. Awesome. Roll me. Yeah, roll me a stealth check. It's a low DC.
Ooh.
Sorry. Just Ianthe, actually.
Oh, no. That's a natural one.
Okay.
You're done. You're done. You're done. Damn.
I'll say with a nat 1, we will take it from Slagtan's 23 perspective, as I think Slagtan's like looking, like consciously kind of watching the guards, kind of the corner of his eye. You see one of them kind of whisper to the other one, but covers his mouth.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to read that.
Very sneakily, but you catch it.
Not to where I can understand, but I can see that he's talking.
You can see that it looked like, I mean, I'll roll for it, but it's not going to be.
I mean, if I was observant, I'd fight you, but I don't have observant.
It's pretty dang, it's pretty dang good, but you catch it. I rolled really high. But like, yeah, you see that movement and you feel like something was said to the other guard.
Wait.
Is there anything else?
I'm going to kind of go to Ianthe and turn away from the guards for a second. Just say, I think Tizian needs to know that there may be some friends here. Then I'll turn back around.
Cool.
I can let him know. Jason, you're still inside, right? Yeah. I'm gonna send him just a quick message.
Cool.
Just Just a heads up. You've got some old colleagues outside that, according to Slytend, have noticed us. So maybe stay put. Keep your cloak up.
Let's take it from that scene and just move it inside. Titian, where do you think you are in the bar?
I think Titian's looking for a drink. I think Titian's going to settle in. I think he sees a dean playing cards, so I think he would just start trying to make his way to the bar, get a drink.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, you make your way to the bar. I think, I mean, in Titian fashion, correct me if I'm wrong, would Titian just like sit down at the bar and wait for a bartender?
Yeah, I think Titian. I think in this scenario, Titian will absolutely just like go to the bar. Hey, excuse me.
There's no one there. There's no one at the bar.
And he'll just sort of sit here like this for a moment and just try to, and he'll just sort of hold his finger up a little bit.
Tablecloth.
Cool. Just in the air, because there's no one in front of you.
Just like this.
Cool.
I'll just hold it for a moment.
Yep,
so there's no bartender at the bar at all.
There's no bartender at the bar at all. You do see one of the other people that had you surrounded at one point. I'll say it's probably, I think we talked about him before. Just like kind of like a grimy looking half elf man, just kind of nudges you and just goes, just go get it. We don't. It's not a real bar. You know that, right?
So I mean, so who am I going to pay for it?
You can pay me.
Wasn't gonna say you're the bartender. Why am I paying you if I gotta get my own drink?
It's a progressive bar.
I mean, progressive more. Oh man. All right. I think Titian will just awkwardly fumble in his pockets and he'll go, I mean, can I look and see what you got first before I pay you? Can I just like open a tab?
Yeah, we got beer, we got whiskey.
Do you got blueberry stuff?
What?
Do you got the blueberry drink?
I was gonna say we have some stuff that's probably a little stronger, but I don't know any street name of blueberry.
I mean, it's what I've been drinking for the past like day. I mean, it's pretty good, but I was hoping for something different. I just wanted to really ask and see if you were up on the drink game, you know.
The bartender looks at you and goes, "Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I guess we're all learning tonight. Yeah, it'd be 1 gold."
All right. I'm sorry. What did you say there, Joe?
I said it'll be 1 gold.
It'll be 1 gold. I mean, all right. 1 gold for sure. And I think Titian will reach into his. Oh, I already got the blueberry. I don't need to pay you for the blue. I already got that. And Titian will pull out a bottle from his stash. I already got blueberry.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm done with. Just go
Do
get your
you
own drink.
want some? Hey, what's your name, by the way?
He walks off.
All right. Titian will then, after obviously confusing and making this person hate him, obviously, he will go
Roll me an
behind the
insight
bar.
check. Actually, I want to see if Titian would figure out what's going on.
I was hoping to do that. Yeah. Ooh, that's not half bad. That will be a 17.
Cool. Awesome. For everybody, for everybody who's ever playing D&D with me, at any point in time you want to roll an insight check on something, just say, "Can I roll insight?" And I will almost always say yes. there are certain times where I'll ask you to do things, but that doesn't mean you have to wait for that. Feel free to just jump in. 17, you know that I think Titian most likely tries to avoid like any sort of psychedelics, probably pretty hard, or just drugs in general. This dude thought you meant some sort of psychedelic drink.
Yeah.
And was going to go get it for you, most likely.
I think Titian is definitely one of those people. Like, he's not against drugs. He just knows he's against. He just feels if he takes he's one toke away from just a gateway into all the hard psychedelics.
Yep.
So Titian's that kid that was scared to death of drugs. So he will So Titian will go, dodge the bullet there. And then I think he'll just sort of walk behind the bar and he'll actually pick up 2 whiskeys.
Okay. Cool. I love it. Yeah. They're well whiskeys. They're not, they're not amazing, but it'll get you there. Cool. At that moment, you hear that message from Ianthe.
All right, so I think Titian will stand up and he'll hear that message. The message was that people spotted us, right?
Your friends, I think was the term.
Friends. Titian will respond back to Ianthe. Well, guess we'll settle in for a little bit then. Go check on Dean.
Cool.
And then
we move
Titian
the camera over. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was gonna say Titian's got one of these whiskeys for Dean.
Okay, love it.
These are excellent character transitions we've set up.
Yes, absolutely. Like a whiskey shot, or you're bringing over a bottle for Adim?
I like to think if there's just such a thing as a fantasy coffee mug, it's what Titian grabbed for. Just.
Oh God!
Like it's probably it's too full. Like just know that, but like Titian. Yeah, it's a teacup. It's a teacup. Yeah, 100%. Let's keep that through line. I love that.
Oh, so many ideas just went through my head. The teacup. Cool. Yeah, you bring over a teacup or a coffee mug of just pure whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
cool.
Just pure whiskey.
You got it. So we move the camera over to the table right when this Dragonborn slams this trident down. Goes, all right, so we playing now?
Sure, you wanted to bet. I haven't seen one of these things inland before, actually. Where'd you find it?
I won it.
I didn't understand that. What?
I won it.
You won it? From who?
Yeah. From some guard playing poker earlier.
Oh, huh. All right. Did the guard have a name?
The guard have a name? I don't know. I don't fucking lack any of those Leonins. I can hardly stand. There's one in the bar right now. I think that's probably when Titian, you walk over.
Okay.
You notice this Dragonborn is like doing the coin thing with like flipping the coin between his fingers and just watching Titian as Titian comes closer.
All right. Wonderful.
Are you joining us? That's the Titian.
Depends on what we're doing. What's happening here?
Oh, we're just playing
Pass
the
the
game.
time playing poker, I guess.
Yeah, we're just playing. The game is going to be a Zunes Hold'em.
But by the way, Jack does not know how to play poker at all. So just so you know.
Cool. This isn't real poker anyway. So
good, because I'm like I wouldn't know what the hell to do. So okay.
Yeah. And it's just Adim and this Dragonborn, right? It's sort of heads up,
And
or
Bud.
is there multiple people at the table?
The
it's
Cabolt's
a Dean,
nearby,
the
I'm not sure.
Dragonborn, Bud, and then you if you're joining.
Me if I'm joining. Can I throw an insight check to just see if that was something that was like? I guess what I'm interested are you? There's a big difference between like, are you joining versus like, are you joining us? Right? Not, you know what I mean? Like, if that was more of
Sure.
a
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll
invitation
that
or
insight. Yeah, that makes sense.
okay, that'll be a 22.
Dude's already won something big off of a Leonin. I think you can tell that he sees you as a chump.
Okay. That's normal for Titian, so I think he will. I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I'm settling in anyways. Let's go ahead. He'll set the drink in front of him. Hey, Dame, I got you something right here for sort of wet your whistle a little bit while we. I'll dig in here and play some cards. Deal them up, shuffle.
Nadim takes one look at the drink and kind of remembers last night and goes, "Oh, thanks." Just sets it down near him, but that's about it.
Cool. I'll say Adim and Titian, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Perception. Ooh, massive 6.
Cool.
I know I'm in a room.
But you've been
I rolled a 9.
before. 9.
I rolled a 9.
All right. Yeah, you guys don't see anything of this. The drink is placed down, and the man goes, "All right, well, we've put something in the pot. What are you guys putting in?"
I'll take my scimitar out of the scabbard.
Cool.
Like, if you want, I mean, I was just trying to pass time, but.
Sounds good.
And the way I put the scimitar so when I put the hilt down, it's at the same angle, just a few inches away of how I'd grab the trident.
Okay. Cool.
I think Titian it's just all antis with like weapons at this point, correct?
Looks like.
Yeah.
I was just trying to pass the time, man, and now it's turned into a thing.
So she's like, well, Bonan's a scimitar, sure, yeah, whatever. I have tons of scimitars. I think Titian will reach into his pocket and he'll lay down a crossbow on the table.
Okay. Cool. You see Bud, doesn't say a word, flips a coin into the middle of the pot. The half elf, the dragonborn at first goes, I mean, it's just one. Oh, okay. I'm good.
What's the coin look like? What's so special about it?
So the coin, you notice, let me see one thing about it. I will say, just go ahead and roll perception checks as I'm pulling this up.
That time I got a 20. A dirty 20, but a 20.
Nice.
I got an 18.
You see a depiction of the face of a dragon. The coin itself looks to be in like kind of like a square shape, but with rounded edges to it. It is not gold; it is brass. And so Adim, you rolled a dirty 20. What did Titian get?
18.
18, cool. I'm going to say with that roll, Titian, roll me an Arcana check.
Boy, all right. 7.
Cool. You don't see anything particular about this coin. You've seen this coin, you think... Do you think Titian spent any time in like Dare's Wharf? You can tell me no.
If he did, very briefly, yeah, I think it's little to no time.
Okay, cool. You remember, I think at some point, it was either in Dare's Wharf or it could have been in Hasselmal, but it would have been much rarer in Hasselmal. You saw someone pull out a pouch of coins and go to pay, and then you saw it slip out on a table once, and that person quickly grabbed it and said, "I'm sorry, wrong one." So you've seen it before. It seemed like it was important to that person. Adim, with a 22, I think you had someone on the ship who had a coin like this. You saw that they had it actually around their neck. They had somehow bore a hole in the middle and wore it as a necklace around their neck. But you had seen it before, and you noticed that this person, at times, say like while on the ship, there are things where like the boat terms, like the mast itself, like the what is it? That boom. We'll do it in musical terms. The boom arm of the ship,
Okay.
It swung around at one point, and you remember seeing this. We'll say it was like an older gentleman. This older gentleman do the craziest backflip over it,
All right.
and then kiss the coin and put it away.
Interesting. Okay. Was it a human gentleman? Older human gentleman?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone that was definitely like you spent enough time with them knowing that they're not spry enough to do that normally.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
But they just seem to dodge out of the way of it.
Cool.
All right. So everybody's good with the pot, I assume. We are going to play a little D&D poker.
Okay.
So the way D&D poker works, as far as from the rules that I'm seeing here, you all roll 3d6. You don't necessarily have to tell me what you got, but here is the order of what's from best to worst. Okay. So 3 of a kind is 3 of the same number of d6s. A straight is 3 numbers in consecutive order, so it'd be like 4, 5, 6. I don't like how they put this term, but same parity, which just basically means all of your cards are even or odd. So like all odd or all even. And then the last one is a 2 of a kind, which is 2 numbers of the same. Okay. For anyone who ties, we'll basically say it's rollies to say who gets the pot. But this will be pretty simple, I think. Yeah. So this is just basically like a 1-round poker.
So you just roll 3d6 and write down. Okay. I can
Yep,
do
you got it.
Okay.
So it's like 1 round. So basically, you guys get your cards. You're able to make one further bet, and then you're able to show the cards. Does that make sense?
So you roll, and then we don't get more things to make one of those.
Correct.
All right.
The long game of it is you get another die that you can get rid of and replace with something else. But I picture with this, we're starting our ante with weapons. So I imagine this can't really go that much higher. So.
At this rate, I'm going to lose all my weapons, but sure, go ahead.
Right. Okay, cool. So did everybody roll their 3d6?
Hold on. I was seeing if I could do it privately, but I guess I can't. So I will roll and see what I get. Unless you want to see, should I show you or no?
No, you don't need to show me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on.
I have mine.
Down because they're going to disappear. Got it. Okay. And I have to have one of those, huh? All right.
Okay.
Really instilling confidence over there. We're gonna win these weapons back.
Adim has almost gotten what he wants out of this guy, so it's okay.
Awesome.
Cool. So you guys get the cards. You notice the half elven gentleman kind of gives a little smirk. Bud, Dragonborn. Jeez. Bud is Stoneface. Man of few words, kobold of few words. And you see the Dragonborn throw in 2 daggers.
What order are we going in?
I don't know what that means. I don't play poker.
Basically,
I literally
raising.
do not know what we're doing.
So he's just raising. So you'd have to match him with something
I have to match.
to be able to stay in it.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
I'm like,
We'll say we'll say it's Bud, Titian, and then Adim.
okay.
Bud also throws in. Bud will throw in a dagger and a light hammer. And turns to Titian.
Is it assumed that the light hammer is matching the
Yes.
the raise? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a call.
Okay. Crap. It's like this is only the 4th session, so we don't have a lot of stuff. Okay. Titian will pull out a hand axe.
Okay.
And a hunter's trap, and we'll put it on the table.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just imagine just a full-on bear trap.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, a demon's to you.
Okay. Sure, why not? What? I can buy more, right? I'll put down a hand axe, and just to see how they react, I will go into my pouch and pull out 5 of my small shells and put them next to it.
Jesus. Okay.
Since they are things from the bottom of the ocean, they probably don't see very often. They might have more value here than they do to me. I just think they're pretty.
If it would be any helpful to a demon in this situation, Titian would be like, "Oh shit, shells."
Okay. Go ahead and roll a Deem. Go ahead and roll a performance check with advantage from Titian.
Okay. So I rolled a.
I'll say performance or deception. Either one is.
Oh,
is,
okay. They're the same. So, ooh, I rolled a 3 and a 9, so I guess I take the 9.
Awesome. You notice. So you notice the Dragonborn's eyebrows raise up. I'm good with that. You notice that Bud doesn't say anything.
Okay. He's never said anything to me. So Bud is.
I think he's.
acting,
Yeah.
Bud is acting normal. So-
Yes. Cool. So we'll call that a call. So
Sure.
everybody is good to go. Let's say so we're gonna start with Titian.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, actually, I do know a little bit. Since it went in order and it was a call, isn't it the Dragonborn's turn?
Technically speaking, when you're flipping for everybody, it's like show them. So you can show them in order, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were going to get another dice. to do.
No, that's what I was saying. If you guys, if you wanted to get another die, that's the long form. I think you guys are running out of things to bet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, okay. Tishin will turn over, and what you're going to see is he lays down a 3, lays down a 4,
Cool.
then he lays down a 6, and he's just very proud of himself for playing this game right now.
Awesome. You see, the Dragonborn go, well, looks like we had the same idea. Lays down a 3, a 4, and a 6. I rolled exactly the same.
Oh, well.
Not my day, I guess. You're up, Adim.
I had a 3, and a 4.
Ooh, okay.
So it's the bottom, but it's a thing.
Okay. So you lay out a 3, a 3, a 4. God damn.
Watch Bud. 3 6s.
Bud just like kind of like looks at his cards, looks up, expressionless, just lays down 2, 3, 4.
Of course.
Bud just kind of stands there looking at the pile of weapons in front that are definitely taller than him, and then just kind of pulls a bag out and just kind of like opens it up like a big like sack. Okay, we're gonna jump back outside. Ianthe. Ianthe and Slackton, roll me perception checks.
Ooh,
Oh, that's good.
11.
14.
14. Okay, cool. Okay. Daphne is going to give you, Ianthe, advantage on the roll.
Cool. Oh, that's actually better. 18.
Okay, 18. 18 is pretty good. 18, you notice there is, there seems to be some sort of processional of people coming from up the hill down to Popper's Row. With an 18, you're pretty sure you see in the kind of like very, very dim light that's kind of going up the hill, you're pretty sure you see just a very faint silhouette of shiny metal. You say just kind of like glints off of it. So.
Oh no.
You surmise they're about a minute away.
Okay. I'm gonna point it out to Slagtand.
Okay.
You got to go. Ow.
I think it's time for us to go. Everyone wait here. I will see if I can grab the other two. And I'm gonna run in.
Okay.
And
Real quick, did you just say you would tell me to stay here?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I heard that correct. Okay.
yeah,
I will stay here.
Everybody stay put. Everybody who was currently out there, so all the NPCs and stuff. Everyone stay put.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I will run in and try to find the other two.
Okay. You run in as you see Bud opening a sack and you see a very large amount of weapons on the table.
I'm just gonna
And remember, you have a minute.
I have 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, I will just run to Titian and just sort of lean down and say, it's time for us to go. Your friends have arrived and we need to leave now.
Oh, how much time we got?
Less than 1 minute.
Loud
At
enough
this
for
point-
Jack to hear? I mean, for Adim to hear?
Are you sitting next to him?
I'm at the table, so I'm not sure.
I'd say yeah, because you probably kind of moved the whiskey over to him. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're next to each other, I would say it so they
Yeah.
can both hear.
Okay.
Can you remind me, Joe? Did the Golden Gang say we can leave? Like, weren't they leaving to like make sure
No,
They
they
were, like,
specifically
making-
said you need to stay here.
Yeah.
Needed some
Right,
time.
So now Adim's confused. But I'm like, okay.
Okay, so in other words,
Do
the
you-
scenario is
this-
we either
This is
Go
an
ahead.
important question, Anthony. Do you let Bud or the Dragonborn know?
I was going to try to let someone know, like, yeah, I actually would. I would let Bud know because I would recognize them.
Okay.
And I would say, I need you to tell your boss it's time. We need to go now.
You see Bud is like starting to kind of shovel things in, starting with the hunting trap that just makes a loud boom on the bottom of the sack, and has piled in.
What are we doing? Just showing off all of our fun toys?
Starts to throw things in. You whisper in his ear, without a quicker than I'm stammering right now. Bud throws the weapons to specifically Adim. You see the trident go to you first,
Oh,
Okay. I'll grab it.
and then throws the crossbow to Titian, and dumps the rest of the stuff off the table onto the floor. Fully lifts the table up.
That's what I was about to do.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
help him with that. As he's doing it, I'll put my arm into it.
you got it.
yeah.
Dragonborn at first is going, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is it?
I'm not sure. I just said we need to leave, and this is happening now.
Trouble?
Yes, trouble.
Boss.
Trouble is coming.
Cool. You see everyone around start to react. The half elf bartender starts to kind of like starts to get weapons ready, starts to kind of move things into a defensive position, all in there. And at this point, Slagton, you hear a commotion going on inside.
Okay. Where are the people that are coming to us? How far are they?
I'd say they're about 30 seconds away now at this point, which means that they would be there would be enough for you to see. There are two figures that are ranging around from 7 to 8 feet tall, and then there are 6 figures with them that look to be heavily armed.
Okay. What is missing doing?
Missing sees this and I think runs in.
Grab Daphne and just like, stay with me. I'll bring her in.
Cool. Got it. Awesome. So I think with that, we are going. Go ahead.
So as I was in the table, because I got the trident, I'm not stupid, so I'm like, okay, something's going wrong. I'm lifting the table, helping Bud. What's going on? I'm with the dragon. I'm with the dragonborn. I'm like, who's here?
I don't know.
Titian's friends who aren't actually friends.
Oh,
and
more
the reason-
Leona.
Yes. They
Just
found
say-
us, and they are coming. I'm trying to
I
be
think-
subtle.
In
I
point
think
moral,
you
I
say-
say something along the lines of just say Leonin. Like
I think the half elf behind the bar hears Leona, goes, "Fucking Leona!" Oh no, it was the Dragonborn. Fucking Leona, and then like grabs another chair.
And then
kind of
everyone else
positions
is like,
for them. Yeah. You see the entire bar get into position. And with that, I believe, mostly because I got to go to the bathroom, but also because I need to make sure I get everything set up, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Oh, I can't
Get ready for some combat, y'all.
No.
Cool.
So I'll see you all in a few. 5 minutes.
Sounds good. All right.
shows up mirrored like that. That's weird. Super throw me off. Huh. Weird. Okay. Alrighty. So here's what I will say. Can you guys hear me?
Hmm.
Cool. Here's what I'll say. You guys get time to be able to set yourself up in the order, in the space that you think you would be in.
Would it be possible, Joe, before we do that, would it be possible for Titian to throw... I'm interested to know, is this something they've done before? Basically. Like, does this seem like this is like their strategy? Is this rehearsed? Is this, that's what I was sort of curious. I was wondering.
Like you're trying to figure out what they're doing, what they're possibly going to do.
Standard
Yeah,
operating
like is this
procedure.
are they in just as much like frenzy as we are, or is this just like, okay, we got to find them back again?
They is in the Leonin or
The people in the bar, the dragonborn.
no, they're setting up. They're setting up because they know that there's a possible, there's danger coming.
Sure, but they've done this before. Like this is something they've done before.
Yeah,
Okay.
It looks like they've done this before. Yeah, maybe not here, but they look like it looks like at least they may not have done this before, but it looks like this has been rehearsed almost.
Okay. I think Titian was wondering that.
Yeah. Oh, totally cool. It is freaking me out right now because it's for some reason mirroring for you guys. Or for like my screen, but it's not mirroring for so I'm wondering if I should just whatever.
Before we say where we want to be, could you maybe point out? Because I see me, but I don't know who is a PC, who's an NPC, and where the Leonin are expected to come in from.
So the door is here.
Got it. Okay. I see it now.
I assume Shadow will make his way to the center. So Millie is right here. Sorry, right there. The Dragonborn that was with you has made his way over to another table and flipped that over. So that's the Dragonborn there.
Okay.
Ianthe and Brumhilda. Ianthe and
Great name. Fantastic.
It's a totally different character that you won't see for a long time. Ianthe and Daphne are right here. You and Bud are right here, and Titian is right here. Now, obviously, you guys can move to wherever you want. You'll also notice up on the, we kind of put this as the balcony above. Oh man, it's hard to point out. But there is an archer here and someone with a gun here.
Okay.
That looks like a rifle.
Okay. And behind Daphne and Ianthe looks to be some crates. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of it's kind of just formatting the border of the room.
That's what I was thought. Okay, so that's the border.
Does there appear to be a back door?
No.
Okay.
The crates that are the crates that are closest to Titian, that are forming that look to be with other crates. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Closest to Titian. This is the bar table back here.
The bar table. Never mind.
Are all the tables? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just wondering. Could we have you said we have a minute?
You have 30 seconds. Because you had 30. Ianthe had 30 seconds to come in and tell you what was going on. So what I'm saying is you have enough to make movement, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to pick up a table.
Say that again.
I would like to pick up a table.
You want to pick up a table. Okay.
Yes.
Which table?
If they're all knocked over, I don't want to because they've got a technical thing.
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
I mean, the
going
only
on
ones that aren't knocked over is there's one over by this far corner over here.
perfect.
Okay.
It looks a little bit smaller, so it'll be easy to maneuver with.
All right.
I think Tishine. Well, I'll wait until Slagton's done.
Basically, I will, because my little animalistic mind still wants to make sure the Ianthe and Daphne got some distance between them and the door. And I want to get close, like I want to be behind like the closest table that's knocked over, closest to the front door.
Okay. You said you wanted to pick up a table. So this is
Okay.
the closest table to the front door. That's the.
I want to be standing behind it, holding the smaller table.
There's no way you're getting that done in 30 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. I'll leave the smaller table. I want to be close to the door, though.
Got it.
We'll have to use my arms for what I was going to use the table for, and that's fine.
I mean, there's a chair over here, but
No, that wouldn't do what I needed to do.
cool. All right. So that's where Slagton is. Where is Titian?
I think Tishine jumps behind the bar.
Okay. Love it.
I think Tishine runs.
Roll me an acrobatics check just to see how cool it looks.
I mean, okay. It's a 14. So I think like it's one of those times where like, Tishine jumps and slides over the bar, but a chunk of his armor just sort of drags across it a little bit and makes an obvious mark on the varnish. Yeah.
I think the pertinent question is: are you still wearing a tablecloth as a cloak?
Yeah, absolutely. Never came off. That's how I was so good at poker.
I love it.
I think Tishine jumps behind the bar and is attempting to hide. I think he sort of sees this as if there's any diplomacy, if there's any sort of talking out of this, he's made up his mind that he has to stay hidden.
Okay, cool. I will. So it's pretty close. You rolled a great acrobatics check. I will allow you to try to roll stealth for this. I will allow that.
Okay. At disadvantage.
No, because you have the tablecloth.
Oh, the tablecloth is okay. Cool. That's a tablecloth of stealth. I love it.
You're also not moving. Like I imagine.
It's a tablecloth of
staying
elven
hidden.
kind.
Yeah. Tablecloth.
The mithril tablecloth. Ooh, okay. My stealth is. That's a 14 again.
Okay, cool. Awesome. You probably feel pretty good on that. This is missing, by the way, as an orc. So I think missing probably goes over here. Well. Well, yeah, no, missing would stay with Daphne and Ianthe, which actually brings up the important question: where is Ianthe and Daphne going?
That is such a good question. So I'm in, and she came in with Flagtan.
Correct.
Right. I'm not both of them. I'm definitely going to tell her to hide behind the crate, find somewhere and hide.
Okay. She does that. She's pretty off map at this point, but she's there. Oh,
yeah,
you can see her.
just
She's
stay
there.
there. Stay put. Stay
Okay.
put.
I think
For me.
I want to say this. I will allow you to tell missing where to go for this. Missing will try to be close to Daphne, but
Yeah. I don't want to. Okay, I don't know. This is a little. I don't know if I figured out who this orc is, or if someone
that's
has
a good
explained
point.
it to me.
That's a good point.
So
No,
I'm
you're
like,
absolutely right.
what do you want?
Yeah.
Now, above table, I want Missing to stay with Daphne.
Cool.
On table, I don't know who this person is. I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm just
I think
okay.
thinking about the idea of like danger to this, I think Missing is going to stay close enough to Daphne to be able to see Daphne, but far enough away to not put Daphne in trouble. So
Okay.
I think that's a table. We weren't even using that. I think yeah, Daphne goes to the other side of the stairs there. Actually.
Okay.
All right. So where does Ianthe go?
I think I'm also gonna go behind the crates. I want her like tucked in a corner, like far, far away. I want to be like peeking out over the crates.
The
so
crates near
down,
her, or another set of crates?
The crates near her.
Okay.
Like that I'm right next to. Yeah. So I can peek out and throw spells if I need to, but I can stay here.
Okay. Fantastic.
Does there anybody look like they know what they're doing or in charge of this Golden Gang operation?
Shadow most likely has made his way to the middle of the room at this point.
We just like to look at him and say, do we talk or do we fight?
Everybody get down. I'll find out what this is about. And I'll say Shadow kind of gets to the front of the door. Cool. All right. So that's that has set up everyone.
Not quite. I have a question really quick.
Go ahead.
Does the door open outward towards Shadow or away from Shadow?
It would open away from Shadow.
Okay, then yeah, I will take a knee where I am, even though I feel a little confused because I'm thinking I've done nothing wrong in this city. Why am I hiding?
I have one more question. Which one is
Yeah,
a
go
Deem?
for it.
Okay, I see a Deem now. I see the trident now. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. This probably won't always be the case because sometimes I'll have to use other characters I've used in other campaigns, but most of the time the colored bases are representing characters. Characters. Player characters. You know what I meant. Cool. All right. Sweet. So just to be safe and on the up and up, let's go ahead and roll initiative now. Don't shout it out. Just wait for me to ask.
Okay.
Because I'll have a lot of numbers I'm rolling.
That's not what I want to say.
Okay. Who thinks they have the highest?
18?
22.
Speak up.
Oh, I have a 22. I'm sorry. I'm very cold.
Yep, that's all right. Yeah, I think you're first.
Yeah. I have a
that's
dirty
not
20.
like I wanted the natural 20 to appear, but there it is.
Titian, dirty 20.
18.
Cool. Say that nice and loud because you're cutting out.
19.
Okay. What's your dex?
14. Plus 2.
Okay. Give me a d20 roll.
Where are you, D20s? Four.
Okay. Cool. Okay, who thinks they're next? Shout it out.
Am I the only
Just
one?
shout out the number.
Okay, I think I'm last, so 6.
6. Cool. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so this is a lot.
My buddy in here?
Who's your buddy?
Goliath.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, who was Abel? Is Abel in here?
I mean, Abel is essentially a familiar. So, yes.
Yeah, Abel's
He's
hiding
screaming
with us
somewhere.
in the graves, I guess.
If you
And then Millie-
want me to fill this battlefield up with everyone that is possibly in this room, it's gonna get really rough. But I will say for the Goliath, you see the Goliath is actually Goliath's probably still just nursing some wounds.
Okay, that's cool. I just curious.
No, good question. Cool. I think I have everybody. And Adim. Okay. Okay. So as everybody kind of gets in place, as everybody gets in place, just so you know, this is a very large combat, so this is going to take us a while to work through it. So just make sure you're just trying to pay attention as much as you can to what's going on. But cool. So sorry, I gotta check one thing that I keep forgetting to look at. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So you all kind of sit and wait at this moment as as you start to hear the thump, thump on the deck. You see Shadow kind of standing behind the door. Just kind of like waiting patiently, like flipping one of his katanas. The door bangs. Yeah, right. I'm right here.
Mm.
Shadow goes and opens the door. Does the the shows one hand with nothing in it. The other hand behind his back is holding the katana. You see shadowy figures in the doorway. I'd say the only person who would really be, I'd say Slagtan and a demon. Well, this isn't going to make that much difference. You see shadowy figures in the doorway, and you see shadowy figures in the doorway, and Shadow goes, "Can we help you, officers?" In this moment, in this moment, you see a figure approach in the doorway. Large, typical kind of lion mane. Large, typical lion mane, huge, kind of bulky looking armor, giant war hammer kind of strapped to his side. Kind of like you see just his face kind of appear in the doorway and gives a big like sniff, like, and is peering around the room. Like I said, can I help you? When that happens, Ianthe, you are the only person that is able to see this quick enough to be able to react in any way. You see a figure appear behind Shadow, and then raise a dagger, about to strike. What do you do?
I, probably in a panic, I will just yell out loud, "Look out!"
Cool. Shadow turns around. Shadow turns around, but not in time. You see
no.
the katana. Katana starts to pull from his back. This figure holds Shadow's arm to his side, takes the dagger, and goes to it. The Shadow falls to the ground. Everybody roll initiative. You already did. You already did roll initiative, but cue battle music.
Wait, good. I get to roll again.
Okay. In this moment, Ianthe, I'll still leave you at the top of the order on this, but in this moment, you see figures start to file in, and I am going to place them on the map, as I think they would have enough time to be able to kind of sneak into this. If everybody's cool with that, does that make sense? Otherwise, this can get really tricky. Cool.
That's fine.
Awesome. I'll say while this is happening, Tishian, roll me a perception check with advantage.
Man, that dice is going away for a minute. Perception, you said?
Yep.
13.
13. Cool. With a 13, it was tricky to see. Sorry, guys. I need to reset this music again, because it is loud in my ears. Is it loud for anybody else?
Not at all.
Okay, great. 1 second. Okay, let's try that again. My bad. Okay, you see the figures start to pile in. You see guards coming from the left and the right. You notice that. Oh, I forgot one of them. Okay. You, Titian, with a 13, you instantly recognize this person. This is Brer.
I was worried about that.
So Brer just kind of ducked his head under the doorway, comes in, and kind of just is seems like he takes his time to bring his warhammer out, and you see a big smile kind of come across his face. There is a somewhat cloaked figure that the hood kind of came down when it took its knife and cut Shadow. Shadow's dead, by the way. Shadow's full dead.
Yeah. Bad.
This figure you do not recognize. But I will say its shape looks familiar, I'll say.
Petition?
Yes.
Would I at least know what race they are? Are they Leonin, or even that
not
is
with a 13.
Okay.
You do notice that a lot of the guards here do seem to be human. There is a captain, seeming like a captain of the city guard, in kind of like an underling to the actual knights of the roar. That is a human. You see a bald head, carrying a bastard sword. And then a figure to the way you guys are viewing it, the figure to the left of Brer looks to be some sort of automaton. And you see, along with that, 3 guards on each side, totaling 6 of the lesser guards. So yeah, Ianthe, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at what I know to be missing. What Ianthe assumes is just somebody who is here.
Right.
I think I'm gonna send him a message.
Okay.
Instead of going to talk to them, and I'm going to say, we need to leave now. What is the fastest way to get out of here secretly? Are there any secret passages that can get us out of here?
You see the figure, I'll say just reactively, looks at you and goes, how would I know that?
Don't you work here?
What? I say that's your free action.
Dang. That was my action. Can I look around and see if I can find any back doors up above. I'm pointing down my screen. Is that helpful? Up in the loft.
Yeah. So what I would say is that you see there are two doors here on each side on this end as well. They don't appear to be back doors. That's why I kind of wanted to make that it looks like they're rooms. So the assumption that there's back doors, I would say that it doesn't seem like there is. There's also a staircase that leads up to the top.
That's about all I can do with my...
Okay. Those are all free actions.
Well, message technically.
Oh, you messaged?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Cool. All right. Titian, you're up.
So they're still searching? Brer's searching, the hooded figure.
No, they see
searching.
people. They see
people.
They see people. Yeah, you saw Brer pull out his warhammer.
Okay. So it's on. That's what I was wanting to make sure. It's on. It's on. Well, I mean, of course they kill somebody. It's be weird if they were like, oh, say, let's play poker.
There was no conversation from Brer. Brer didn't say a word. Just another being appeared behind Shadow, cut Shadow's throat, and Brer seemed to seem to not even blink at that.
Yeah. Damn. I think Titian will. God, I almost wish I wasn't so high in the order. I think Titian will. Honestly, I think Titian will stand up from behind the bar, knowing that it's on, and I think he'll just sort of let out a Brer! And just sort of like raise his hand up with it. Well, raise his hand up with a sword, and then you'll just see a Toll the Dead come right at him, right at
Cool.
Brer.
I love it. Wisdom save.
Yep.
What's the DC?
13.
13. You see Brer. How does this manifest?
I think it just sort of manifests itself as a I think Toll the Dead sort of comes out as a I'm gonna like I think Titian's is very specifically kind of like a door knocker, but the door knocker that's the head of a lion that just sort of comes in and like knocks him on the side of the head.
Cool.
It's successful.
Awesome. So as that happens, you see this kind of swinging lion head, and Brer just puts up a shield and blocks the blow from it. But Brer also, you see on the shield itself, and Titian, you recognize this, but the rest you see it. That shield is it's a golden-looking shield, but there are like multiple. There's like a million sort of cuts to it, so like there's a bunch of battle marks all over the shield. But yeah, seems to be able to guard against that somehow.
Okay, like it was like the shield has powers that like,
I rolled
helps
really
block.
high.
Oh, okay. Really high. I wasn't sure if it's like a magic shield or not. Okay.
Yeah, you don't see anything magical about the shield.
Okay, cool. I think Titian stays put where he is and just sort of starts staring, making eye contact with Brer, and just says, well, he doesn't say anything. I think he's just sort of like huffing, getting ready to, he's going full Hulk mode.
Cool. Awesome. You see Brer kind of look around, see you at the bar, and like kind of like I'm trying to think of how to word this. You see like icy sort of follicles start to appear on like Brer's beard and mane as the like mane itself turns from brown to like an icy sort of blue. Moves past the guards. Wait, where are you? Well, yeah. He's gonna move to the side so he actually is facing within distance of from you. Just looks at you and just goes, Titian. And then lets out a daunting roar. Yeah, he does actually see you. So I will say
You'd have to be within 10
there.
feet of me. Right?
Yeah, he's within 10 feet.
Okay.
So I need wisdom saving throws from Slagtan and Titian.
Didn't make it. Rolled a 3.
16.
Okay, 16. 16 is good. Slagtan, you are not frightened of Brer. Titian, you are. But that will be Brer's turn. It is now Slagtan's turn.
Okay, Slagtown's going to play crowd control. First of all, even though he doesn't like Shadow, the fact that he got jacked from behind is wrong. So he
There's
is
no
going to
honor in that.
howl and roar, and he's going full freaking Wolfie. Rage.
Okay, you got it.
Then what I would like to do is I would like to take that table in front of me, run it right in, like straight ahead, so that I'm pointing at the screen. That's not helping you. Straight north with that table, unless he's pin as many people against that wall as I can.
Towards the 3 guards next to the yellow guard, because my screen is mirrored to what you're seeing, so that's gonna be tricky.
Yeah, basically. So the way I'm facing right now, that way.
Okay.
As I'm facing, the direction I'm facing is the direction I want to push the table.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you're lifting the table and trying to push it into the 3 guards there.
I'm trying to just lock them down.
So we'll say this: the 3 guards that are closer to Brer, or the 3 guards that are further from Brer?
I was thinking the ones that are farther from Brer. That's right. I've been thinking the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Figure I'm a distraction and I might be able to pin some people down.
Give me a strength. Give me an athletics check on this. This is going to be pretty tricky.
Yeah. Advantage.
Yeah.
19.
19. Okay, cool. With a 19, you're able to flip the table up on this turn. That's what I would say. Because it's pretty tricky to flip the table up. And
I thought it was
push.
already flipped. My bad.
No.
Okay.
Remember, that was a choice. Either you go to a flip table or.
Well, see, I thought when I heard it, I thought that. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
I guess you're not going to let me take that back then, because I.
No, yeah, you can take that back.
Grappling Brer.
This is the table in question.
Right. I'm just going to grapple Brer. I'm going to rage still, and then
Okay.
I'm going to grapple.
Cool. You got it. Do you want to keep that athletics check then?
I think that's fair.
Roll it?
I think it's fair.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Brer completely just does one of these, and you just you go running into the bar. I rolled a nat 20. You go running into the bar room, just right into it. And you see, Brer kind of all 7.5 feet tall. Brer at least just looks leering down at you. Anything else?
I'm just gonna make sure I'm in his threat range, basically. So
Cool. Yeah, you got it.
He doesn't smoke me if I take a step back.
Right. Awesome. All right. It is now this creature's turn. So this creature is going to. Is going to start making its way. You see it kind of walking in the direction. It seems to have eyes locked on the dragonborn that you played with, the bard here, the minstrel sort of looking dude. Kind of has eyes locked on it. You see it start to kind of growl and make 2 steps forward.
Is that the creature that slit Shadow's throat?
Yes.
Got it.
And then you see it kind of make a couple strides forward and then disappear again.
I don't care.
Appear back here and goes for and attacks the dragonborn. Okay. Dragonborn's dead.
Oh no!
Yep, I rolled really
That
high.
thing.
Same idea. You
Was
see
it-
this thing just appearing, just disappearing, appearing behind and just doing the same thing, just taking down people left and right. At this point, as it appears again, Tishina will allow you to roll another perception check.
Okay. Nope, not that die. We're gonna do this one. Perception. That's 10.
Okay.
10. I
Yeah.
rolled a 10.
You still are not able to get a good look at this thing. Appears, cuts down the Dragonborn. It is now Millie's turn. Millie is going to turn, see the Dragonborn on the floor, and go knives out to attack this thing. Goes to attack once you see.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Goes to attack once with this dagger, like kind of like backhand to go into it. You see the figure just poof and totally dodge out of the way of it, and then appear back. Seems to be almost like toying with him a little bit. The second one manages to get him right in the side as he poofs back into it. So that one did do damage. Okay, cool. That's good damage. Does 13 points of damage. And you see this this figure kind of leering down. They're all super intimidating looking, but you're not able to get a good look at them anyways. It is now Missing's turn. 1 second. You see Missing. I'm going to keep the mini the way it is. You see Missing drop the disguise self. So, Anthony, you're like, oh, that's why.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh boy. Okay. Is just going to you see a like a bright sort of purplish beam come out of Missing's hands as it goes and hits one of the guards twice. So both of them hit. We'll say this one, so the furthest one. So that is okay, cool. Exactly enough. This guard just drops.
Right.
Dead. So one guard down. You see Missing looks back at you, Ianthe, and then looks at Daphne, just to kind of keep an eye and trying to make sure like Daphne's safe right now. Cool. So that was Missing's turn. It's now the guard's turn.
Okay, I'll be right back again.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna start from what is my right, so from this side over. So there are 2 guards that are on Millie right now. They're going to both attack with advantage.
Oh no.
I just rolled a nat 20
Oh no.
and a 16, so they both hit. Okay. Oh boy. So that's full damage plus the roll. So first one does 13 damage to Millie. Jesus. Second one does 9. Holy cow. Millie's let me just make sure here. Hold on. Yeah, Millie's looking hurt already. Cool. You see Millie just surrounded by guards and this creature. So that's those guards. These 2 made their movements. And then, yeah, so there's only 1 on Titian right now. It's going to attack. 15 to hit. You're muted.
That misses.
Okay, cool. You see the spear come right up at you, and you kind of, you pull up your shield and just kind of block it out of the way. Awesome. That was the guards. Who are we missing here? No, yeah, we're good. All right, it's the Golden Gang's turn. What's that?
I don't think Adim went yet.
Yeah, Deem's last. Which works.
I do have bad.
So it is the Golden Gang's turn. So both of these dudes up here are gonna go and shoot at the being that just totally killed their leader. First one misses. Second one hits. So we'll say you hear a from the rifle that just misses completely, and then the arrow does hit as the creature like disapparates from the gunshot and then comes back and gets hit the second time. This with the bow. Cool. Takes 8 damage from that. That's them.
Were you waiting for me?
No.
Okay,
not
good.
yet.
But I am
Almost.
done now. I am here.
All good.
No, don't worry. Your initiative was so bad, you haven't gone yet.
How you playing?
The Bud is going to take 2 shots at the guard that's closest to him. First one hits. Second one hits. 7. 2. Yep. Guard dies. Cool. That's just enough. Awesome. All right. Well, this is making this easy. And I think that's all the Golden Gang that's left right now.
No.
So things are looking rough. But I mean, 2 guards have been taken out so far. So, Deem, your turn.
Okay, first I need to ask you a question.
Go for it.
This automaton, since I was away, what did it do other than move?
Just moved. That's it.
Moved. Can you describe the automaton to me more efficiently? And what do I know about that?
It looks like some sort of amalgamation of wood and metal. You see a humanoid body of a wooden head, metal kind of like barrel-chested chest. The arms themselves have like some sort of like cog work sort of effects to them. I don't think you've seen this.
Okay. Does the, I'm just, this is my first thought because I really haven't dealt with them as for me either. Does it seem like the chest is hollow?
That's impossible to tell from this distance.
So my question is this: if I tried, because I can create water in a container, if I filled it with water, is that something that I could do? Because I can create up to 10 gallons of water in an empty container. And if there's hollow space, is that allowed?
I would say in this case, you really don't know. So let me look at that.
Aren't we all just empty containers if you really think about it, though?
Well, I know that won't go there, but since an automaton, you know, I'm like, if it's a hollow container and I can stop the gears from working very well, I might get something off the board for a little while if I can just.
I love where your head's at. Yeah, you don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Okay, well, so what I'm going to do, can you move me? God help me. Could you move me ideally onto the bar between Titian and his friend?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a very low DC. Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics? All right.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you got it. Oh.
Apparently I didn't.
Your mini didn't, but you did.
Okay.
Where did you want to end up?
Right where you put me.
Okay.
So with that movement, I'll go there.
Okay.
And then ideally I'm facing the bad guy though. You have me facing Titian.
Facing is not a thing in D&D. So.
Okay, no problem. I just want to make sure that like my back wasn't turned to the big bad guy.
You're good.
So...
I just wanted to show off your pretty face to the camera, sort of.
And then for my action, I'll create water inside the automaton, see if it works.
Cool, you got it. I did not work this out, so I'm gonna say this is 100% a full luck check. Let's leave it to the die.
Okay,
so roll me a d20, and I will give you. I will say it has to be a 10 or higher, which gives you a little bit of an advantage.
All right. Let's see what the gods of dice say. Roll a d20. Go. 15.
15. Yeah. You got it, man. Tell me.
So I outreach my arm and say something primordial. I here's some water for you, and just as much as I can shove inside of it. Like I want the water to be squirting out of its joints.
Yes, and it is 10 gallons.
Up to 10 gallons,
yeah. You try to put your full 10 gallons of this thing, and you see it start to spout from just weird places. Just from the arms coming out. You see it kind of looking like it's projectile vomiting out of its mouth. As 10 gallons is a lot. And it is sufficiently filled with water. I would say you see things starting to break down. I would say that it has. I will say it's suffering from the effects of a stun condition.
Works for me.
I love that. Very.
And then for the end of my term, I look at Titian's friend, and I just say, "I don't think we've been properly introduced." And I just stand there
Cool.
between the two of them.
Awesome. Sweet. Back to the top of the round. Ianthe, you are up. Titian, you're on deck.
Can I see the thing that keeps poofing?
You currently can, yes.
Just murking people.
Yep. So to be clear in the round there, obviously mechanically there's a bunch of stuff that's going on. But the point of this is to look insanely fast. If you think about the idea of we've just gone through 6 seconds and it's killed 2 people within those 6 seconds.
Yeah. Where are they?
Where's Ianthe?
No. I know where I am. How far away are they from me?
So you're here. The creature's here.
say that's about 60 feet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I'm gonna take the really good rock
Cool.
and catapult it at their head.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
Oh shoot! All right. I'm gonna take the really good rock, flick it, and shoot it at their head.
Okay, I
And
love
cast
it.
catapult.
You got it. Is that a saving throw?
I'm not sure. Yes, it is. Dexterity.
What's the DC?
15.
15. Slow motion, like you shoot the rock out, it turns and it faces the rock, and you see it just about to hit, and just you see the rock ricochet into the onto the wall.
Oh, he went Keanu.
Full Keanu.
That doesn't do anything, man.
You guys are fighting Keanu Reeves
Oh,
in every
so-
movie.
But he's
and
so
then I just
nice.
duck back down.
Okay.
It's like John Wick meets Neo.
Yes. Cool. Titian, you're up. So you have a guard in your face. You can see Brer kind of staring at you from
Yeah.
behind the bar.
Remind me,
Ruby.
was Slagton successful in
No.
grappling Brer? No.
He shrugged me off like a baby doll.
He shrugged you off. But I do effectively Brer is kind of occupied, would that be safe to say, with Adim and Slagton a little bit. I don't think I can get to him anyways with this guard in my grill.
You can't. You're frightened.
Right. Well, yeah, I can't go near him. I'm frightened until the end of, I think, his turn.
Yep.
All right. I think Titian, if you were to look at Titian, he would just absolutely be. He is terrified. He is scared. He's not maybe showing it as much, but he's absolutely having flashbacks to the atrocities he saw Brer committing. He just, he's sort of thinking back to Brer destroying and killing, and just he's absolutely the most vicious person and horrible, despicable being he knows. That said, he's still, muscle memory, whatever you might call it, he's still going to take a swing at the guard that tried to take a swing on him. So Titian will still raise his sword, and he'll still swing with his shield up, and I know this is I think disadvantage.
Yes.
So that will be both those are decent. That will be a 19
Yeah, that hits.
with disadvantage. And that was with my longsword. So that'll be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Past that, I think he'll sort of hit, and then sort of like he can't move. He's just there.
Yeah. You said 6, right?
6, yeah, 6 points.
Okay. Cool. Did
Not gonna
you
boost it.
just to make sure you didn't want to attach any smiting or anything to that?
Not for this guard. No, I think that
makes sense. Cool. Anything else for Titian's turn?
I think that will be it for Titian's turn. I don't think. I mean, he is where he is.
Cool. You got it.
Well, I guess can he take another? Is there any way he can look around the room a little bit and just see, maybe do another
What are you
perception check or anything
looking
like that?
for? What are you?
I think he's trying to figure out who the poofing guy is. I think that's exactly what
Okay.
he is sort of.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think he is absolutely. I think he's seen a lot in his time in the service. I don't think he's ever seen anything quite to this extent. All right, and that should hopefully do it. That's a perception check.
Yes.
That will be a 21.
I hate to do this to you, but you have disadvantage on that ability check.
You're right. You are right. You are right. Oh! It stands. It's even better. So yeah, the 21.
Great.
It's like it jumped out of my dice tower and actually rolled a 19. It was like, oh, okay.
Cool. You've seen so this creature from the legs up. You do see armor that seems to have been blackened in some ways, and weirdly not whole. Like it's not a full suit of armor. It's like pieces of armor. And with you said a 21.
Mm-hmm.
With a 21, you see that the pieces actually don't match either. Which is interesting. But one of the factors, Leonin share similarities to a lot of other creatures, and in some ways it would be very difficult to tell the difference between a Leonin and something like, we'll say, a Gnoll. Gnolls essentially are like hyena-like creatures, but they're similar in size, they're similar in build. The biggest difference, I would say, is where you see the ears. So the ears are a little bit more forward-facing and pointing straight up. This is not a Leonin. This is a Gnoll. No history check required on this. Leonin and Gnolls do not get along. Most of what Hasamal's beginning was guarding against tribes of Gnolls that were attacking the city. The fact that there's a Gnoll in the city that seems to be working with Brer is really concerning. And not only that, this Gnoll is moving like nothing you've ever seen.
Okay. Okay.
21's really good too. So I will say with the eyes, you see a you see a similar green glow that you've seen before.
Okay. Coming from the Gnoll.
Coming from the Gnoll.
Okay.
And I'll say I'll leave that at that for that.
Okay. Okay.
It is now Brer's turn. Brer is going to turn to you, Slagton. And
How rude.
I think there's a moment, Slagtan, where you see a look of familiarity in Brer's eyes. Not on the idea of who you are,
What I am.
but what you are. And you see a very kind of disgusted sneer. And then you hear Brer go, "Looks like one got away," and then comes out and just fully goes to attack you with a 17 to hit.
I'm in claw mode. 17 is my AC right now.
Okay, 17 hits. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
1T1.
Nice. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 5. And then you take math. You take 15 points of force damage.
On top of that.
On top of that, as that hammer comes down, you see this kind of light emit from his hammer. You've seen that light before with Titian. Heavy hit. Cool. Brer is kind of snarling at this point. You see like the ears are up, the tail's kind of moving back and forth. Brer knows who he's going for right now. It is Slagton's turn.
unfortunately, above board, I know what's going to happen when I do this, but Slag 10 doesn't. We're just gonna go full out at 3 attacks.
Okay, you got
Pause. So, and I'm going reckless.
it. You got it.
Roll again. Using my inspiration.
Okay.
Roll. Do I get to roll both of them again, or just one more?
Say that again.
Using my inspiration, is that just one additional die to roll? Have advantage on the
It's
attack.
typically, yeah, I want to give it to you, but I'll say I really think we want to stick with the idea as one additional die.
That's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. That will be for 12 damage slashing.
Cool. Did you miss on the first one?
No, that was my inspiration. That was my first hit.
Gotcha.
It's
Go
my
for
first
it.
swing.
How much damage?
12.
12. Nice. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and.
Do I take the same 12 damage?
You are taking damage, yes. Give me 1 second.
Do I take... Oh.
You take 10 cold damage.
Okay. Cool. Literally.
But you do see it kind of shatter from that.
Okay. I'll go again.
Cool.
With 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 11 points of damage.
Yes.
Just snarling and growling just because of what he said to me. I'm just going for the throat for my last
Yeah.
attack. So I rolled garbage. 11.
11. Let's put that 11 at the beginning because I think that just makes sense. Like,
Okay, that's cool.
stylistic.
You
So
take
for
two. You can
11
take 2 damage away then, because my bonus attack would be I don't get my.
Oh no! I'm just saying
Okay.
roleplay wise. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You tell me what this looks like right now. You got the feeling that this dude was involved, straight up on what happened to you.
Well, I think Slagtan, first thing he would do is just, for dramatic effect, his missed attack just drove his shoulder into him to get close.
Love it.
Then just one for the face and one for the throat.
Cool.
The claws.
Just manages to be able to kind of tuck his neck in for that last blow as you get the cheek instead. And you see there are 2 deep-seated claw marks on the side of Brer's face. As you see Brer's eyes kind of like light up like gold in response to this, and just fully lets out a massive sound that I can't make, but we'll do this for the sound, and it sounds like this. Fantastic.
I'm trying to do my Chewbacca.
Yeah. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm not going to step away from him.
Awesome.
Go down if I step
cool.
away from him.
It is Kadal's turn. Millie's looking rough. But it is what it is. Cool. At this
Millie goes.
Go ahead.
If Millie goes down, will they be throwing death saving throws like a PC?
Yes.
Or what, do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I'd say any NPC. I think I guess it's a turn by turn basis, but Millie would be one of them for sure that would be making death saving throws.
I mean, Abel can die immediately. I'm okay with Abel dying.
Well, I was gonna say any like NPC you've interacted with and had a long interaction might have, but like technically you did with Shadow, and yeah.
I'm not that attached to Shadow.
Yeah.
I'm attached to Abel.
Abel dies immediately.
Aw.
Huge rock out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Tripped and fell and died.
Walked in.
Yeah, that sounded.
He choked on a peach pit.
Okay. That was another net 20. Okay. I don't need to roll. Millie's unconscious. Titian, roll me a actually, no, you were looking at this thing when it does this. You see Millie go down, and you see like a big smile come across this very dark, evil, in some ways seems to be magical in some ways, creature. As you see from the area of where you are above the bar, you see a knee go up and down, and you know it's on Millie's throat. That is the end of Kadal's turn. Yeah. It is Millie's turn, so Millie's going to roll a death save. That's an 11. Cool. Okay. It is Missing's turn. Missing is going to... What is Missing going to do? Millie is going to... You see Millie kind of like... Millie does not like, from my Ianthi's perspective, not Millie, sorry, excuse me. Missing doesn't seem to even like react, just immediately goes running after this thing. Okay. Comes up as this creature has Millie under its throat, or has Millie under its foot, and is going to grab the back of this creature's head. It's going to try to, at least. Rolled a nat 1.
Yes. Was it the Missing roll that one, or did
Missing roll in that one? I'm killing my own NPCs right now. Okay.
Anything about it.
It's an NPC battle royale.
Yeah, this creature poofs and then reappears, still with his foot on Millie's throat, but is actually holding Missing's hand. Missing is grappled. It is now the guard's turn. The guards wouldn't kill Millie.
Who's that? That's just a golden ganger.
That's Bud.
Okay. Gonna get the wrath of a demon. Gonna fill him with water. If you think about it, the humanoid would be filled with water already.
Yeah, the way we'll look at that is that in this case, there are certain like avenues where you could see where something would be filled with water. And
Yeah,
you
I
can't
know.
do that with a human. Like, obviously, I'm not going to allow a deem just to be like, yeah, okay, cool.
No, yeah.
Dead.
That's why I mean, I wouldn't try that, but I'm like an automaton. Could work.
Yeah, that was pretty
Makes
sharp.
sense.
That was pretty
Makes sense.
sharp.
Cool. So the guards are in position. There are 2 that are surrounding Millie right now as Millie is grappled. So they both have advantage. Okay, first one hits. Second one hits. That is 8, 5, 3, 8. Cool. Finally, low roll. Jesus. Missing takes 16 points of damage as a spear comes up, pierces through Missing's side, and then a sword comes up from the like commander and goes and slices at Missing's back. That's those 2. I didn't move this one. This one, 5, 10. Both of these guards are going to attack Bud. They do not have advantage. First one hits. Second one misses. So guards come up a spear. One spear happens to get right into Bud. The other one he's able to wrap his arm around and catch. That is not a lot of damage. That is 4 damage for Bud. And the last guard is going to attack Titian. That is poopy. It's like a 13.
Nope, does not hit.
Yeah. Goes and attacks, easily parry it off with the shield. Cool. And that is the guard's turn. It is now the gold gang. We got 2 attacks from above, both going at this creature. First one was a nat 1. Jesus. Second one is a 16 to hit, so 16. Dirty 20 to hit. So that one does do damage, and we'll say that's the bow. So the gunshot dude does not seem to know how to work his own rifle. And does 5 more points of damage to that dude. And the only one left is Bud. Bud has 2 guards on him. Bud is going to take out it's going to just drop the bow, take out 2 daggers, and starts to go to town with 2 of them. One. Hits both of them.
Boy. Tank.
Okay, so 10 damage on the guard that first approached him. So, cool. All right, that's everybody. Adeem, you're up.
Okay. Since I got my trident back, I will hack the guard, stab at the guard that is attacking Titian.
Okay.
So where is that button? There it is. That would be a 7. I'm guessing I missed him.
Yes, that is
Okay.
nice.
Question for you. Go ahead. No, you first.
I was just gonna say, as you go to attack them, the spear is actually parried, and you the guard lurches forward right when you go to attack with a trident.
Okay.
It's just like this. It's this perfect miss sort of situation.
No problem. First of all, is this the same day as the morning I got inspiration from Basarus or Basarus?
I believe so. I'm not
all
keeping
been
track of that.
you've
So.
known.
This has been
It's
a
the
long
same
Not
day,
day.
taken a
isn't it?
long rest yet.
Yeah, it's the same day. So I still have the inspiration. And what does inspiration do in your game?
Just
reroll.
allows you to reroll.
Perfect.
One die.
I'm going to spend a superiority die.
You got it.
Quick throw.
Okay.
So let me find it. Hold on. There it is. and I'm gonna huck one of my daggers at Knoll Boy.
Okay.
So let me see. That would be here. And I'm gonna re-roll that because that sucked. Assuming a 13 misses.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'll try to re-roll it then. I'll use the inspiration. I like the 19 better. Did the 19 hit?
19 hits. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so the damage is going to be so 4 plus 2, which is 6, plus my superiority die of 3, so 9 points of damage.
Nice. Cool.
So I fling it, and my idea is I want to hit him above his knee that he's holding, missing down with, or not missing down with, but the other guy.
Ollie.
Millie. Yeah.
Millie, and if I hit him just above the knee, I want to say, "Hey, you forgot about me."
Cool. I love it.
Do I get a reaction at all from him?
Roll a perception check.
I'm hoping to get his attention. Perception, you said. Bam. 15?
Time out.
Oh, okay. Timing out.
So with the dagger, unless I'm reading something wrong, do you have plus 2 damage roll? Yeah, I don't think you have range with that dagger. At least not with not as a normal attack. You could do it with this.
It says simple finesse, light thrown, range 20-60.
Right.
60
so
feet
20
disadvantage.
Feet would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20 would be.
Oh, it's too far.
Yep. Now, I mean, you could make that movement if you wanted to, but there's a couple of reaction attacks that could happen.
Okay, then back it up. I
so
guess I won't use my super.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Because you could do it with disadvantage, and I would allow you to roll one more time.
With the inspiration.
You rolled one. I would say just because that was my bad. I missed that the first time.
That's
I would
fine.
say you would be able to get one more roll in, and it'd be the disadvantage between those two. So you did a 19, it'd be whatever this other roll would be.
I see. Oh, sure. Why not? Let's give it a shot. I'll throw the. I already decided to throw the dagger, so we'll stick with it. I just may not be so much of a smartass. Let me see what the second roll is. The second roll is a 10. Okay, well, I guess it's with the 10. So I tried to hit the jerk.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Well, bugger. Okay.
Does that
not
end the
hitting
game's
much right
turn?
now, am I?
Yeah. Oh, good.
It's okay.
Good
It happens.
Cool. Back to the top of the round. Ianthe, you're up.
Yeah.
Ianthe, roll a perception check for me, please.
16.
16. With a 16, you see. I'll say this. With a 16, you see a door here open slightly, and a Goliath peer his head out and then close it again.
Great. Excellent. Cool, that was the direction I was going to go anyway. I'm going to run. Oh, boy. I'm going to step out in front of, I want to go, like, those stairs. I want to just, like, stand at the bottom of those stairs.
Okay.
I think. Well, you're not going to be that close to everybody. Who's within 15 feet of me? Well, let me check this.
If you're there,
Yeah.
I would say
It'd be 15
commander
feet
is-
from myself.
Commander is, and so is missing. Actually, I'm sorry, 15 feet?
Yeah.
5, 10, the creature is, Millie is. Yeah. I think everybody in
Okay.
that group pretty much is.
Great. So I'm going to bend down, pick up a little bit of dirt.
Okay.
I'm going to like blow it towards them, and I'm going to say, "Get away from my friends." and I'm going to cast Color Spray.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so this one's a little wonky, and I've
Mhm.
never done a spell like this before. So I roll 6d10. The total is how many hit
Yes.
points of creatures that this spell can affect in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
Yes.
Well, Millie doesn't count. I'm really sorry, missing. Okay. So I gotta map this out. 'Cause I didn't do it. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So it's a total of 33. That's not great.
Okay.
I feel like poor Missing's gonna go first.
Actually, perfectly average.
Missing's unconscious.
Missing isn't. Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry. Millie's unconscious. Excuse me.
Millie's unconscious. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I knew.
Missing's actually pretty hurt, if I remember correctly. So starting with the creature. Oh wait, starting with the creature that's the lowest current hit points. Got it.
Right.
My bad. Well, the guard definitely has the lowest hit points. So you roll a
Okay.
33.
Yep.
So this guard for sure. Where are you? This guard for sure is blinded.
Right.
Yeah, missing would be the next lowest. Said 33. Yeah.
30.
Yeah, missing is also blinded.
Let me get the creature though.
No.
All right. Well, that's empty.
It's worth a shot, baby. It's a good idea.
I tried.
Does that end your turn?
I would like to continue my movement and duck, like just kind of tuck myself in the other side,
Okay.
closer to the door that I saw. Just like tuck myself in that little corner.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Roll
Yep.
me a perception check, really high DC. I want to see if you can get it.
Okay. No, that's a 7.
Okay, very good. There's a lot of noises that are going on around. Cool. Titian, you're up.
Okay. Titian should not be frightened anymore. It was
Correct.
at the end of Brayer's thing. Okay, so good. Just want to make sure. How is the guard looking next to Titian?
Pretty hurt.
Pretty hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just debating on.
I would say on his last breath, kind of hurt.
His last breath kind of hurt. Okay.
Like a stiff breeze sort of situation.
Breeze. Okay. I'll. You know what? Just to sort of get out of the way, I think Titian will. This is what he's going to attempt to do. We're going to go full Dark Souls on this. He parried.
Yes.
And he's going to pull his sword and immediately go in for the visceral.
Okay, cool. With this executioner sword.
Executioner sword, like going right, and I think he's pulling it up and going. He's aiming for like right here.
Oh, okay.
And the guy's just that's will a 14 hit?
Hold on 1 second. 14 does not hit.
Not hit. Damn.
You don't have any inspiration, do you?
I do have inspiration. I'm debating on if I want to use it or not for this guy. It feels almost like you know what? Yeah, I'll use it. Why not?
Okay.
I'll use my inspiration. Not with that die again, though. And it's worse. So it's now a 13.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hey, that's how it works. I think the way I think it happens is Titian goes for this, like, he puts a lot of force into it, and then it just sort of like goes. It just whiffs right by him as the guy just sort of like happens to get out of the way of it.
Cool. I think also you are in an extremely close quarter, so I think there's also a possibility that you kind of like get it stuck into the keg accidentally.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Beer is going everywhere.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Anything else for Titian?
I don't think so. Not right now. I don't have a second attack or that many bonus
Yeah.
actions yet.
All right. It is Brer's turn. Brer is going to keep on wailing on Slagtan.
Advantage.
Thank you. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Natural 18 to hit. I need a Constitution saving throw.
That would be 12.
Okay. You take 10 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, half to 5, and
Okay.
then 11 points of force damage.
Night.
Okay.
Oh no!
You're down,
Wow.
down.
I'm down. Yeah.
Oh no!
I was about to ask what the questions were for instant death.
Only if it's way above your.
Like my max hit points or something. isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So we're nowhere around there. Okay. Brer just seems to be leering down at. Well, I mean, you don't see anything, but I'd say the rest of you see Slagtan go down. Okay. That's a big hit. Slagtan, you're up. Make a death saving throw for me, please.
All right. Come on. Nat 20.
Come on, you got this.
Oh, where is it? Nine. First failure.
Listen, you don't have inspiration, do you?
Already used it.
Used it.
Is that okay?
Oh.
Any good barbarian, I use it to attack.
In a very real sense, I'm going to make sure that everybody knows the rules on this. If Slagtan gets attacked, that is a automatic 2 fails. Slagtan currently has 1.
I
So
go
this
bye-bye if I get an
this
attack.
is-
On the,
yeah,
if it,
and
by a
that's dead.
melee attack, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Thankfully, Bird just went, so it is now Kadal's turn.
I also want to let people know because I don't know who has healing. I'm out of healing as a paladin. I just want to let everyone
I
know
don't
that.
think any of us do. I don't think any of us
But
do.
I do have spared the dying, which could help. That's what I got.
Yeah.
I can
Do you
throw
cast the
him
invincible guard?
I got nothing.
So at this point, just to be able to push this along, I don't think this is really hurting anything giving this, but I'm going to say I will still leave this up to the die, but I will say Ianthe, I will give you another perception check as Slagtan goes down.
Okay. Which dice? 4.
4. Okay.
Perception. Good.
All right. It is Kadal's turn. Kadal is holding Millie's hand. Millie is surrounded by, Missing's hand. Missing is surrounded by guards. Kadal is going to attack. First to hit was a 4, so that misses. Second was a 5. Okay. little bit of luck. So both miss. Not really sure how or why, but the creature that is unbelievably accurate misses with advantage.
Everybody else.
He's a little dazed from the color spray.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm sorry. He would have had this. It would have evened out. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't hit him, did I? No, I didn't blind.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep, thank you.
For flavor, that's why he missed.
For
flavor,
yes,
he's
absolutely.
just a little bit dazzled.
It is Millie's turn. Millie's going to make a death saving throw. That is a 10.
Okay.
So that's
Is that an 11
saves.
or okay? 10 is pass.
10 is pass. Yeah.
Okay. So Millie has 2 successes, no fails, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It is now Missing's turn. It sucks because Missing is also blinded, so Missing wouldn't see Slagtent go down.
No. So long.
Oh boy, guys. First day. This is tricky.
So bum.
I'm gonna do this. I'm going to say Missing. I wish I had my dice cam up. I apologize. It's on the fritz right now. But I will roll with disadvantage to see if Missing heard or saw anything of Slagtan going down.
Mm-mm.
A 3 and a 7. So no luck there. I'm going to say Missing is grappled. So Missing is going to Misty Step out.
Yes.
What was the last thing?
How long do they stay blind?
That's a good question.
Gotta be at least a round, right?
Oh.
I don't know if it's one of those until you pass a save kind of thing.
Oh, good question. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have that one on the top of my
Duration
head.
is 1 round, yeah.
Okay, cool. Jeez. There's a verbal component to that, so I think Missing heard you do the color spray, so it's going to move in the direction of that, but can't really see. So you just see a Missing just kind of like breathing, huffing, bleeding out. And it's kind of reaching around to feel for whoever's there. I don't think Missing is going to attack. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if there's anything Missing's going to do here. Yeah, you can see. Can't see anything. And did a actual. Yeah, it's just gonna take the dodge action.
Alright.
Okay. It is now the guard's turn. Anthony, I know I'm having you roll a ton of perception checks, but roll me a perception check.
I'm not good at that.
Joe just wants you to really pass his perception check. No pressure, though.
That one's better. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, a little better. 19.
What is it?
19.
19 is very good. 19 is good enough that I'll give you two things. One, you do hear, you turn and see that Daphne is now actually looking from above the crates. You see Daphne take her one good hand and try to open up the crate to see if there's something inside that can help. That's the one thing you see. The other thing is you hear something open inside the room where the Goliath is. It sounds like a door.
And it's
Wheeling in the
underneath.
ballista.
What's
It's
that?
like kind of the door. Is it like up on this platform, or is it? Again, I'm pointing with my pen.
Okay. It's
is
on
it-
a lower platform. It's underneath here, so it's right next to you, essentially.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So it is the guard's turn. The guard's going to come up and I think one is going to attack missing. The other is going to attack Ianthe.
Ah,
These two are going to attack.
Is the one guard blind?
One guard is blind, so
Okay.
that dude will probably just hang out. Good.
Sorry.
No, please. I love it. Cool. So say the one guard is just going to attack Ianthe. You hear the no, he wouldn't know this. Never mind. Forget it. That would be cool, but he wouldn't know it. Cool. Goes to attack you with a 10 to hit.
that doesn't hit.
Yeah, these are the rolls you want now. It was a 6 plus 4, so.
Especially me with no armor. Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Tell me what happens when this like big bastard sword comes down at you. That you dodge out of the way.
I feel like I'm not even really paying attention, and like I'm looking at his door, and I just kind of hear it come. I kind of hear him come clanking up, and I hear him like start to swing because he's just being very clumsy, and I just sort of duck behind missing. I'm like, nope.
Okay, cool. Just hits the ground.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Two guards are going to attack Bud. Miss and hit. So the other one hits. Okay. Bud is looking okay, believe it or not. Cool. That was
Buzz
the
the
guard's turn.
MVP so far.
Yeah. Guard's turn is the Golden Gang's turn. We'll take it right back there. 2 shots from on high. That's a hit on Kadal. The creature that you don't know the name of. And the other one was a nat 20. So both of them actually hit the creature. Cool. That, I think, might do something. Okay. Cool. Cool. NPCs did really good there. Okay, cool. It's Bud's turn. Bud is going to attack twice. Okay, rolled a 19 and a 20.
Good kobold.
I mean, let's see. So this was for the 8, so we're just going to... and I will actually roll for the 20 on that, so that's 4. 6 plus 4 is 4. Exactly enough. Okay, yeah, both these guards go down. Awesome.
Yay!
So
Adim, it is your turn.
I know maybe asking the impossible, but I would love to move off of the bar and stand over Slagtand in Lion's face and
Okay,
defend
cool.
Slagtand.
I like that. Give me 1 second. I forgot that there's a guard on Titian. Totally missed.
Perfect.
Natural 4. So you're going to put your body in front of Slagtan.
Yep.
Cool. I will allow that. I'm going to say that.
I know I'm occupying the same space, but I figure if he's on the ground, maybe I can like straddle him or something.
I like it. Yeah, I think that's great. I think you're basically going to probably be of the effects of prone, so you would have advantage on attacks against you.
Okay.
But I see what you're doing. Very cool. Awesome. I'm just curious. Does bait and switch?
It has to be a willing target, which I was going to do that, but given that he can't consent, I'm guessing he can't be willing.
I would allow that.
Then I will do that instead.
Yeah, because that's cooler. That's an ally sort of thing. You know they would consent.
So that to make it look cool, I will roll. I will leap off of. I will leap off of the bar, grab him, roll him over me, and then take a stand and replace him and stand in front of the lion.
Love it.
Awesome.
Does it?
Ideally without hurting him, please.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you crit on that movement. I'm dead.
That's an automatic crit, baby.
Crack his head on the stone floor.
Am I wrong? Does bait and switch, is that your ability that also grants temporary hit points, or is that another
No,
one?
it grants temporary
AC.
armor. And so since I am standing before this monster of a Leonin, let me mark this off for a second. Hold on. Where is it? Action. Where is bait and switch? I know it's somewhere. There it is. Okay, I get to roll my superior die, and nice 8. My armor class is now 23
Okay.
against this guy. So if he tries to get snarky with me, at least I can maybe.
Wow.
So I'm holding my trident between me and him, like. I just look at after I move slight time and get up and be like, no.
Very cool. I love that.
Just tell us, like, how many water genasi does it take to change a light bulb or something like that?
That is
Hey, they're all in
cool.
here.
That was awesome.
Awesome. You see, Brer looks surprised.
Me too.
Ianthe, it's your turn.
I want to go peek in that door.
Cool. You peek in the door. You see. I will give you this as a free action. It's a little screwy, but I'm gonna give it to you. You peek in the doorway. We'll say the door kind of just flew open, so you're just kind of ducking your head in, or not flew open, but it's still cracked open. You see the Goliath. You see the Goliath has opened a trapdoor in the back room, and there is a from the beginning of the opening, you see there is metal, like the hinges, everything that would be metal on this door is like a brilliant gold.
There it is.
Right.
So you see, like,
okay.
kind of like I'm trying to think of how to explain it, but like even like the rivet. You see the rivets of this table.
Yeah, kind of.
So that's like you see rivets on the side of it that are in gold. And you see there's like a thrown rug, like that's like off in a crumpled heap on the side. If you guys haven't gotten the idea yet, the Golden Gang is a little lame.
I don't care. They got what I need. I'm just trying to think of where I'm going to start. I would start by sending a message to Daphne and just letting her know I found an exit.
Okay.
Can you see me behind the stairs? Make your way over to me. No.
I will say Daphne
I'm gonna-
moves on your initiative, so I'm going to say
Great.
Daphne starts to make their way over.
So that'll be my action, is sending her the message.
Okay.
Now I gotta figure out how to tell the rest of you. And I'm just gonna yank her in the room with me.
It's gonna be a little tricky. There's a guard between both of you.
Oh, there's a guard between us.
I will allow you to try to reach out for her as a bonus action because I'm a very nice DM. I'm going to say it's with disadvantage.
Okay, what am I rolling?
So we'll call this a. This would have to be an athletics check, right?
I suppose I could convince you to make it an acrobatics check if I try to put a little dancy twirl on it.
I'll put it this way. I'll put this way to it. The acrobatics check of it is going to be Daphne trying to reach out and grab it. But I will say I'll give you the acrobatics as you are kind of also controlling her mechanics right now.
Okay, I'll take it. Still a disadvantage?
Yes,
Okay.
you convince me.
Trigger. 14.
14, you got it. You grab her. You
Like
can make your move.
do like a
into the door if you
graceful
want.
dance. Yeah, I'm going in the door.
Okay, cool. Now the thing is, you're moving away from the guard. The guard does have an opportunity attack on you. So
Is this the blinded one?
this is not the blinded one. No.
I'll take it. I'll risk it.
Okay, cool. This is a 14 to hit.
I'll throw up a shield.
Okay. Very cool.
So yeah, we're running. He hits, and then there's just like a flare of white light, and yeah, then we're gone. Like it's like he tries to hit us, there's light, and then we're gone.
You have enough movement to jump down into this, or really not even jump, but just like walk into this hole.
Yeah. No, that's
Cool.
what I want to do.
You got it.
Yeah,
You are gone
we're
from
gonna
view.
hide. Yeah,
You
we're
got
gonna
it.
hide.
Cool. Tishy,
Okay.
you're up.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, I still got this guard in front of me. That's just a should have went down last round, but he just had to. I had to get my sword stuck
He's
in
the
a
only
keg.
guard left, too.
I know, and it's so embarrassing because I know Bud is like doing such good work over there.
Bud is a killing machine.
So yeah, I know. So I think Tishy's absolutely upset. He's tired of this. He's gonna just keep swinging on the guard. That he can't really do anything else at this point. That I can. Well, I would take an attack of opportunity if I jumped up. Correct. If I wanted to jump over the bar and get this flag 10, would that be a possibility?
So you're wanting to move away from the guard completely?
Yeah, I will take the
Yeah,
attack of
you would have
opportunity.
attack.
If I would have the do I have the movement to get this flag down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, I will do that then.
Cool.
I want to ask
Yeah.
one more question, DM. Temporary hit points do not bring someone back up, correct?
No.
Okay. And then I'll take an attack of opportunity from the guard. I want to jump over the. Tishian's going to seeing what's going on with Slagtan. He's pulling his focus again to like helping protect his team, protect his group. He's going to jump over the bar and run right to Slagtan. Where he will, as soon as he gets to him, he will cast. How much more movement would I have?
That was 20 there. I mean, you could get closer. I was putting you as far away from Brer as I figured you'd want to be.
Yeah, well, I'm also just debating like if I could even like RP it where like he picks up Slagtan, and like runs and takes him a little bit away from the fight. Like if he can take Slag 10
Yeah.
towards Bud. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. You
So,
can do that.
so the way I'm figuring it out is like the way I'm picturing it is Tishian runs over to Slag 10, scoops him up, and as he picks him up like this, that's actually how he's gonna cast Bear the Dying.
Love it.
Does that get rid of my failed death save? Or is it just
It's
leave it at
stable.
one?
It's stabilized
stable.
you, so you are stable.
So
you
if-
don't have to throw any more saves at all.
If I
If you
still
were
have the one
attacked again,
failure,
you would
though, still die.
you would reset. No, those reset after that.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you're
I-
stabilized, that would reset there.
Okay, I
Yeah,
learned
and I'm
how
not
that
sure.
worked.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would happen if an enemy hit you, but I just trying to stabilize you from.
Wouldn't be
that,
stabilized
yeah.
anymore. I know that.
Just
Just didn't know if you kept the one you already failed or not. Okay.
no.
Okay,
Spare the
that's fine.
Dying works immediately. So you do get hit on the way up. Well, actually, roll a natural 17. Yeah, roll a natural 17. That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you bring Slagtan over to Bud.
Okay.
But just start stabbing.
Yeah, Bud Bud doesn't know what's going on, and yeah.
I think, and I don't know. Have we seen much from the Knoll for a while? I don't feel like I've heard any really much or seen much of the Knoll.
The Knoll. It's not the Knoll's turn yet. I think the Knoll did something on his turn.
I think he missed.
Yeah,
He
I think
whiffed.
he
He
did.
missed. But was he attacking? Who was he attacking?
Missing.
Oh, missing.
Yeah,
Okay.
missing at the
So the
time.
Knoll is
Yeah.
still attacking missing. Okay. Then okay, that's good to know. Okay, so yeah, I'm
I mean,
definitely
right now
she's gonna-
missing. Right now, missing is nowhere near the Knoll. The only so there's Millie and there's the guard. Sorry. Oh yeah, there's another guard here. This guard's blinded. That's right. So there's another guard up.
Okay. I think what Tishian's gonna do is he's gonna drop Slag 10 right there, right behind that table, and he's gonna tell Bud to go help missing. And point towards the Knoll. Or at least offer some suggestions for what to do.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Sweet. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Cool. It is Brer's turn. Brer sees this water genasi come into view, flip Slagtan away, sees Slagtan being carried away, and says to Adim, "Why are you going to let that thing live?"
Do I have a chance to answer?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Because he clearly has more honor than you.
Very brave. Goes and attacks you. That is a 21 to hit, which is not enough.
Nice.
This massive hammer goes on. You feel the weight. You feel the weight from that. You see a just roleplay wise, you see a sort of kind of effect even come from the hammer as he was so sure he was going to hit.
I just kind of grin. And it's probably as a little creepy and scary like he is, because remember, my eyes are solid black. You can't see pupils or irises.
Love it.
So I just kind of grin at him, and you can't really tell if I'm looking at him or behind him. I just and smile, even though I know that I'm going to possibly die soon.
There's a moment, I think, from the camera angle as it comes down to seeing seeing Adim holding back with this, seeing the grin, and just like coming from that angle, as there's a burst of light that shows Adim's face clearly. Super cool. Love it. Awesome. Does Prayer have any bonus action stuff? I mean, it's not cool if he does, but. Not if he misses. Cool.
Did he do something?
No, he's everything. Everything is based on if he hits.
Good.
So
Yay! Yay for my superiority.
Cool. Yeah. You've nullified Brer's entire turn with that. That was super cool.
Nice.
Slagton, you are stable, so there's no death saving throws. So that is your turn. It is now the Knoll's turn. I think in this moment, cinematically, this is going to make sense. Yeah. Cool. All right, we're going to do that. Well, I guess I should roll just to be certain. Oh, wait a minute. No. Hits Millie for 2 death saving fails. So Millie has 2. Millie has 2 saves. Millie has not failed yet. Actually, because Millie is right after, I am going to roll. Okay. That does end up going where I thought it would. Titian. Titian, roll me a perception check, please.
All right. I believe that will be a 17.
17. Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
The music got sad. I don't like that.
And your map went away, if it matters.
Yep, I did on purpose.
Okay. Making sure.
The music got sad. I like it.
You see a couple things. I think so. We'll say first, you notice that there is bleeding from the side of the neck of the Gnoll from multiple hits that's been taken. You see it make eye contact with you. You know what's going to happen here. What goes through Titian's mind knowing that maybe up till now what he might consider to be his closest friend is going to die?
I think Titian made a choice to save Slagtan first. And I think there's a bit of him that feels like that was a trade he just made, and he's definitely blaming himself right now. I think he takes this moment and just thinks to himself that, and this is not to put anything on your character, Chris, but I think it's definitely something that like he feels like I think he feels the full weight of that responsibility. that his friend is dead and it's because of him.
Millie's a pretty big dude. So I'd say from your vantage point, you can't really see. But so he's on the ground, so you can't really see his face from the direction of where you're at. It's just covered by tables and stuff. You do see the end of of Millie's tail is kind of like resting on the top of a chair. The gnoll looks right at you, gives kind of a that same sort of heavy roar, and you hear a snap. You, in this moment, you see a very, maybe a somewhat interesting thing. You see what Millie looks like for the first time, as you see the tail go to a very bright, very bright green. As you see the tail kind of slump down. All in one turn, you see the gnoll stare at you and seems to have marked you in his mind, knows who you are. And you see the creature disappear. And you know what this creature can do. So you start looking around violently, trying to like make sure that it's not catching you from its back. But it's nowhere near you. It grabs Brer. As Brer goes up to attack again on Adim. Full force, grabs Brer, and bamfs out.
I probably not going to work, but can I sense him appearing there with line fighting and get a shot in?
Nope.
Okay. Thought it was worth it.
No, it's a good question. This creature has like disappeared and appeared twice in the span of 6 seconds. It's very hard to catch.
Okay.
Also, it would have been behind Brer, which would have been in front of you.
Yeah.
So,
do they leave the automaton?
They do. There's a guard here. There's an automaton here. There is a commander here. Yeah. I think the rest of this happens in slow motion, unless there's something specific that you guys want to do, because the guards are going to most likely get reinforcements. I think Titian, you just know that. So some of the guards turn to flee and run out the door. You know you guys are badly injured. You don't even see Ianthe and Daphne. We'll start with this. What does Titian do?
I think Titian is, again, sort of sporadically fighting against something that's not there, right? Like he's covering his neck a little bit, sort of like taking a defensive position against something that he doesn't know. I think he does that for a minute, and then he realizes that they're gone, and that while there is still a threat, and that there's a moment though created here.
Mm-hmm.
I think he then looks down. I think he then looks down at Slagtan. And I think you can tell like his eyes are starting to water a little bit. And I think he just looks down at Slagtan, and then he just sort of picks him up again, sort of like he had him when he cast Spare the Dying, and he just puts him on his shoulder. And he yells at Adim. He says, we gotta go. We got to get out of here. And I think you see, and again, I don't know if we know where Ianthe went. In my mind, I don't know if Ianthe would have sent us a message or done anything of that sort.
You know it's probably coming. So I would say, realistically, I think it hits you at that point in time. Ianthe, what do you say?
I would have reached out to Titian and just said, "Look for me, next to the stairs. I found the exit. I found the way out."
I think Titian would reply, be right there. And he would, with Slag 10 over his shoulder, walk over. I'm assuming Adem's with us. I'm not sure if Adem wants to take a second to check out the automaton or anything like that, but
I would have sent that to you, assuming you would grab everybody that's with us and bring them.
Yeah. Titian's grabbing Adem. He's holding Slag 10. He's getting missing as well. He's gonna get missing. He'll even reach out to Bud as well, and just sort of everyone that they can. He knows that the guards are there, but they don't matter. It's time to make moves. And I think under the cover of gunfire and arrows from the top floor, you see him sort of put Slag 10 down and roll him under the stage or the platform to Ianthe to pass him off a little bit. I think you sort of see him hopefully pulling
I'm definitely not strong enough to carry dead weight.
Yeah, there's a comedic oomph for sure.
Yeah. But I imagine Adem's coming. I feel bad. I feel like I'm speaking for your character, Jack. I don't want to do that.
No, yeah. What is Adem doing?
Just briefly, how broken or separable is the automaton quickly?
So I've been
stunned.
Yeah, I've been rolling checks to see if it gets out of stun, and it hasn't yet. That's not to say that it can't.
Right. It's so shiny. I want a finger. But I probably can't take one easily since it's not broken. So I will internally sigh.
Give me an athletics check. I'll give it to you. Give me an athletics.
I prefer the head to talk to it, but I'll take a finger. Athletics check. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, 19.
Cool. You said you prefer a hand, right?
No, I prefer a head, but I'll take a finger or whatever. So literally not even the whole finger. It's from my pouch of small things I find that are pretty.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of angry at these people. So even if the knuckle moves, the top knuckle of a finger, just so we'll feel with everything else.
I love it. So the way these things are built, I think if it has any sort of grip thing, it's designed as a separate piece of metal. So therefore there is water that is shooting out of it and has been slowly unturning it. So yeah, you
snip it off. I will then, because I'm kind of angry at these people, they're honorless. I will then quickly follow in case Bud is showing hesitation of going with Titian.
Cool.
I'm like, Bud, come on, let's go.
You pass by Bud, right? As you're trying to kind of walk to him. He once again doesn't say anything, but flips you a coin.
I'll grab
takes out his bow and moves right on past you.
Okay.
He looks at you and gives you a nod.
Am I supposed to? Wait, no, you said we could do this. I roll insight because I have no idea.
Go ahead and roll that insight.
Okay. Give me something reasonable. I got a natural 18.
Cool.
Ooh.
There you go.
He's buying you time.
Oh my God. I'm like, thank you, but I prefer you come with me. I will put the coin in the pouch with the finger. And because he dropped everything on the floor and I want my shit back, I grab my daggers and my scimitar as I run.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And you take off. So I think this kind of happens at the same time. The only thing I will say, Titian, it is impossible to not see. You have to walk past Millie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a character moment to Titian here. It can be whatever you want. I want you to kind of take this one to be creative. Is there something that you take from Millie or give? It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of like, as I'm thinking about Millie as a character, I'm thinking of Millie as again a braggart, someone that walked that fine line between like good and bad. Someone that had a relationship or a person that they knew for everything to some extent, right? But I also imagine Millie as someone that would talk a lot, but also had different mannerisms. And I think of Millie as someone that had a mannerism where they had like I think like a ring that they would take off, and they would do that thing as they're talking where they would just sort of like bounce it back and forth.
Cool.
And I think Titian, I have a feeling the first time they met, Titian saw that and just thought, how cool is that? How dexterous. And I think Titian would look at Millie the first time, the color they are, and then I think Titian would notice that hand that's so lifeless and key in on that and just have to take that ring that he noticed the first time they met.
Cool. Roll me a luck check, please, and I'll probably identify this later.
Okay. What is there any modifiers with the luck check or anything like that?
Nope, this is D20.
Okay. 19.
Okay. Cool. You take the ring. You see Millie's face as it's supposed to be for the first time and recognize that this is not a shade or color that you've ever seen from Millie before. Not that it's very different from any of the other colors that he's turned into, but weirdly never seemed to be okay with showing himself. You take the ring off the hand and pick Slagtan back up, and you run out of the room. I assume you close the door behind you, and as you push Slagtan in, Adim goes running in. Titian, you close the door, the trapdoor in, and you hear another gunshot. As you know, there are more coming in. And you know that you guys still have to move. You still have to go. You guys continue to take off. You are essentially in a very like dark cave. You see there are like torches lit every like 20 feet. You surmise that that's what they were doing to kind of get ready for you. And you see there are marks like essentially tags all around the this tunnel that are like Golden Gang Forever, or like long. One of them says "Long live the shadow" on there, which is a little sad. And as you kind of cut down this pathway, there's only one path, and it seems like it kind of leads deeper. as you're running along, I think Daphne slows down to kind of catch up with you, Titian, and kind of hands you something, and you see it is a red potion. You've seen these used in battle before. This is a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
And she
Well,
kind
I
of
need
like
that
she doesn't even like she doesn't really say anything, as she can probably see like the look on your face. And she kind of like makes a motion towards Slagtan for it.
Sure.
Um,
Tishian immediately drinks it himself.
I wasn't even that thirsty, guys.
And then he's like, right? I'm doing all the hard work here. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't do that.
Hand and walks
No.
away.
Sorry. No, I cut you off, Joe. I'm
just,
so sorry.
Just flips off the camera. And it's just like, I'm out.
What's up? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Joe. I cut you off.
No, you're totally fine. I will not penalize you at all if you were to take a second to give Slagtan the.
Yeah, I think knowing that we can catch it relatively easy, with everyone on the party except Adim, who I'm sure could outpace us without any hesitation. Titian definitely takes Slagtan, gently puts him down a little bit, and then definitely puts the potion of greater healing to his lips and allows him to drink.
Cool. I'll allow Slagtan to roll 4d4 plus 4.
4 plus 1. Isn't that 48? Right. Math humor. That's 14 total.
14. Cool. Yeah. So you heal for 14. Yeah. I mean, Slagtan, you wake up. You're in a.
I'm
big,
probably
dark,
like freaking
spooky cave.
out. First of all, like, "Rawr." Don't do good snarling. It's like
Cool.
very confused because I went from a very loud battle to a dark cavern,
Yes.
and I'm not saying anything because I knew it happened, and I'm not feeling real good about myself right now.
Sure. Slagtan, roll me an insight check.
18.
18. Cool. There's a really interesting sort of thing that happens here, I think, for Slagtan. Slagtan's probably seen a limited amount of pain in faces. But I imagine, and obviously Titian, correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine this is a new sort of level that I almost imagine Slagtan not really understanding the look on Titian's face. Not because you don't understand what it feels like for loss, but I think you never seen it. It's not like you have a mirror. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah.
I'm at this point. I think at the point I'm cataloging a lot of this information, but I'm not doing anything with it right now.
Cool. Awesome.
I'm probably in an introspective mood at this point.
Cool. Anthony, do you think you're still like ahead of the party, or do you think you would let like Adim go ahead or whomever?
No, I'm probably still moving. I don't think I would stop moving, or like, I'd make sure like people are still with me, but I don't want to slow down. Like, I want to get out of here.
Okay, cool. Roll me a athletics check.
Okay. You for acrobat.
Nope.
Ah! Is that what I think? Oh my god. It's another natural one for a total of 0.
Cool. Awesome.
What is with the
You-
ones today?
That's so bad. You
Get
turn
outta
a
here.
corner, and
Get out of here.
you turn a corner, and if it weren't for the fact that your entire party is in one direction as you are facing the other, you were pretty sure you had to go the opposite way. Like, so you're very turned around in this moment.
I think
It's such a quick turn, like such a quick turn that you weren't ready for, that you're like, wait, which
what? Where are we? Wait, get a map or anything? I guess we'll keep going.
cool. You
Keep
figure out where
going.
you are, you keep going.
Yeah.
As you guys just take a slight pause to getting that. Slagtand, roll me a. What's Slagtand doing right now?
Right now, I'm just kind of. I think I'm really just running through my paces, just trying. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm just kind of following along. I mean, I think I figured out what we're doing. I think there's so many thoughts in my head. I've got disappointment in myself. I've got absolute rage for who that guy was and what he was saying to me. Then just kind of confusion of who's here, what's going on. Did we forget Abel? And all this.
I forget him, Abel.
Yeah, that's what the nat one is. The nat one is you forgot Abel. No.
Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta get Abel.
Yeah, you're fairly like you realize that you forgot to tell Abel where you were going in the message thing, and it takes you a while. And as you start to think about it, you're like, oh no, do I go back? You hear like, hey, wait up.
I thought he was going to turn to the BBEG because we left him.
No. Too
Not
easy.
yet. Not yet.
Cool. Slayton, as you're like trying to perceive, I think in some way you're probably perceiving your surroundings. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Uh, 19.
19. That's good. On the side of these walls, you see like in common the like Gold Gang Forever, Long Live the Shadow, etc. Right? Fuck the Leonin sort of thing.
Mm.
And then it just says coming straight from the underground, and it's just the whole song. At a certain point, you notice that the tags start to change. They look like they are dug in deeper. Actually, the opposite. They look more worn. And you notice like, for lack of a better word, we'll say like a runic sort of hieroglyphic sort of depiction of things along the walls. With a 19, these are familiar to you. You realize that as a tribe, from where you guys were, there must have been a certain point in time that your people were here. And as you're looking at the wall, you let that realization kind of just flood over you.
I will just flat out dead stop once I realize that.
Cool. And that's where we're going to end our session.
No!
Oh boy, guys. That had a little bit of everything.
You almost had me.
Did
You flat out saved my life.
Hey, I almost had myself here. I was like, man, it's the first day. Like, for the record, I was like, I'm not opposed to it happening, but just not on the first full game day, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it worked.
Because Adim saved my life, and Titian did save my life too. It was a game. It was a team effort.
I found the exit.
But you did.
It's true.
Well, and then I mean, I would say in a way, Slagtand saved Titian's life as well. Like by actually engaging with Brer. That was something that, like, if Titian was left with the guard and Brer, he would have died easily.
I'm supposed to throw force damage at a 3rd level character. Come on, Joe.
Hey, dude, he's a big buff guy. I took some hit points off of him. I'll say
Believe
I
me.
took some stuff off of him.
Yeah, after the first time he hit me, I'm like, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, this was.
You
I mean, this was going to be a
it would
hard
be
fight.
completely out of character to back down, especially the way he was talking.
Right.
You don't become a leader of the Roar unit just for nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
The city will burn.
Yeah, he's a leader. He's an elite knight. He's a big tuna.
As soon as you said he got frosty, I'm like, oh crap! I'm going to get armor Agathist.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew what that meant.
That was cool. That was fun, guys. I really enjoyed. I wanted this to be a hard fight, and it was harder than I wanted it to be, but mostly due to some crazy bad or good rolls. Good rolls on my part, bad rolls on some of your parts. But also these dudes are pretty like heavy. Like a lot of these guys are wearing heavy armor for things. So, and also that Knoll is a fuck.
Yeah, we got to come back and destroy that guy.
I mean,
stop.
I am so interested mechanically. How is he poofing around? Because obviously that I wouldn't assume not just Misty stepping everywhere, right? Like
right. This is a portion where it becomes a difference in monsters to characters.
It's like when he said the green glow. It's like something is different.
Yeah. It's oh, does anyone recognize what the green glows from? Does anyone remember?
Recognize it.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing that sounded like to me was the green glow from the things we fought the first game.
Yeah.
Right. The specifically the snake's eyes had glowing green eyes. The giant snake dude.
The buddies.
Mm-hmm.
The buddies.
I think actually, I don't know if I made them have green eyes, but the
Blizzard
big
horses
guy
didn't have them,
did.
but Daddy had one.
But Daddy had one for sure. Yes. That's. I'm just going to be clear with you. I really love putting visual things meaning other things to stuff, and that's a terrible way to put that. I really like colors meaning something. Is the way I'm saying it. There is a significance to that. That is significant. So I there was some really cool stuff happening. First off, Matt, I knew you'd play that part beautifully, and you did. So very nice work.
Broke my heart.
When I saw Millie take 24 damage in the first round, I was like, okay, well, that might happen. So, which was, I mean,
yeah,
it's character building. It makes sense.
Absolutely. I think it was I appreciate you as a DM making that choice. That was something like I kept trying to think like what would like in character, like trying to get over to Millie and all those things, but it just made so much sense for Millie to go down with how that fight was going. Like I think that was a good choice. Yeah. Tough choice for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were pretty depleted. That was the other thing too.
Oh yeah. I am 100% tapped.
I am too, which is hard to say when you're a martial character.
Yeah.
But I have 0 resources right now.
Yeah. I used my last superiority die. Like I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Well,
you get those back. You get those back on a short rest, though, don't you?
Yes, you do.
But when have we had that? Like,
I need a long rest.
This would probably be a good time
to call it the longest day ever.
yeah. I would say this is a good time to tell you, first town, you're leaving first town, and you've also had a significant amount of combat from that. Everybody levels up.
Yay!
Nothing
You're
like
all level
trauma.
4.
Nothing like trauma to help you level up. Yeah.
Yay,
Yay!
trauma.
That is why I can't do anything but milestone. I can't do experience. It's just
Oh, I
like,
know.
No.
I know. I played and people do that where they add up everything for every. I'm like, that doesn't even figure in role playing or adventuring or
Right.
exploring or any of that stuff.
No.
'Cause, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so there's a lot of well, let's leave a little time. We got a little bit of time here. So anything anybody wants to talk about? I'm going to stop talking for a second. Anything we want to bring up?
I'm so glad we're still alive.
Mhm.
I'm so glad. When you were getting the minion, I was like, I have single digit hit points and 3 level 1s. Like, there's no way I can survive. And that was why I really didn't engage with anything. It was like, I won't come back to it.
If you guys remember last session, you guys rolled horrible on your stealth checks.
Mhm.
Horrible on my stealth checks. I rolled a natural 1 on my other stealth checks. I knew this was coming.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Still don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that was a really good. It really the idea of like a ticking clock, right? But like we were already sort of like in this weird space. I think it was really awesome to sort of see them come to us. It really to me also illustrated like if Hosmal did not feel like a threat before, it feels like an absolute threat now. Like it absolutely feels like just mobs with torches and people that like just absolutely the worst place in the world right now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
In a good way.
I think one of the ways thank you for saying that, because I think one of the ways I really tried to depict that was one, and I mentioned I think I said some of the guards are Leon and some of them are not. I think I would probably retcon that they were all the guards themselves were just human. The only Leonin you saw was Brer. Which puts the idea of the roar of an entire army of these beings that have varying levels of martial prowess to that. And then I also last week we kind of really touched on the idea of Hasamal is just definitively bad. And I thought that was a really good opportunity to be able to say, okay, cool. I liked how Jack put the idea of they're honorless, because that's exactly how I wanted this battle to start. Was the idea of Shadow goes to the door. Can I help you? Dead. No surrender, no nothing, obliteration.
Yeah, this adventure today, I now have my goals list. My character's goals list. I've just started it. And
don't die.
I'll do that. Yeah.
I don't know if
I
you
tend
can
to do
see
that.
it.
I write out to-do list.
The only to-do list I have is, you can't read it, it's Meredith, says kill Brer. That is my goal number 1.
I want to kill that guy.
Hey, there might be some collaboration there between Slagtan and Titian.
And
I do think
the team
I
had the
forgot.
line of the night.
Which one?
The why do you let him live? Because he's got more honor than you do.
Yeah,
that was so good.
That was very good.
Thank you. But it was true. Adim was so angry at the proceedings. Like, you can't, the way I play him, you wouldn't tell, but he is so angry. And if he were in a different place, he would have marched out of the room, up to the roar, up to Basarus, and been like, what in the hell? He is so angry right now. But he's the calm, placid surface with the churning sea underneath it. You may never know how angry he is.
Adim also had a really cool hero moment of that 23 AC, and I was God damn, there's no way I'm passing that.
Oh, I loved it. It felt so good to roll that 8.
Well, not just that, I knew if you connect with that AC, it's going to hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
really
I
awesome.
rolled pretty high. I rolled an 18
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it was still just like,
So
yep.
you would have
no,
had a
it
nat
doesn't-
20 to hit him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Oh wait,
glad.
I'm sorry. I rolled
surprised.
a 16. Excuse me, but still
Okay.
pretty high.
It's really
I'm
good.
glad I surprised him. I'm
Yeah,
very
that was a
happy.
cool moment.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was a cool moment. Missing is with you guys, by the way. I forgot to mention
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
that.
I forgot
be
Abel
some-
again. I can't believe I forgot Abel again.
Yeah, Abel's. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
everybody does that with their pets. So
It's too familiar for always forgotten.
cool. Well, awesome, guys. This was this had everything that I wanted to put into it and more. So very, very nice. Let's go ahead and do our kudos and things that we're excited about moving forward. We'll do this in the order as it is perceived. So Jack, you go first.
Oh, I really enjoyed Slag10's role play of just going after him, knowing he was in trouble anyway. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the no on the character, so I'm going to do the thing. So I like that. Looking forward. Honestly, Adim's looking forward to a long rest. He's he also has a wealth of questions for Titian that he may never ask, but I was
I'm gonna
playing,
ask him.
I was playing it in my head, and I can see Adim asking Titian, "What was that?" And Titian going to some like, "Well, you see, when people are angry at me, saying, 'Cut the bullshit, what's going on?'" Like just
Say that for next time.
because Adim is literally a fish out of water right now. He left someplace he trusted. He was okay. He was doing a good thing. He met what seemed to be a really nice elder of Leonin. He's like, okay, great, we'll do a thing. And now he's breaking into houses and being attacked by other Leonin. And as far as he knows, Adim didn't do anything wrong. Like, Adim's just been like delivering things he was paid to do and having drinks with friends. They even knocked on the door. They didn't break in. Like, Adim's like, what did I walk into? Now he's not going to leave, but that's why not Titian, but why Adim is he's very upset. But like I said, he's the placid surface. So he'll seem very calm, but he is not balanced right now. So there you go.
I love that. Go ahead.
I can't wait to see what Adim's breaking point is. I think that'll be really fun.
I don't think you want to see Adim's breaking point, because like right now, I either get a feat or 2 points, and I need to talk to Joe about feats because I have some ideas.
Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Chelsea.
I'm gonna give my kudos to Matt for that really beautiful scene with Millie. That was really nice. I mean, it was nice. It was well done. And it was
Oh, you're cutting in and out.
sorry, it's my headphones are starting to die. Yeah, that scene with Millie just was beautiful and heartbreaking and so sad. It was there. I'm really interested. So we took on this quest for Bothras to go get this thing. And now we can't bring it back to him. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how we handle that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, technically speaking, there's no reason for you guys to, well, that's not true. There's no reason why you guys couldn't be like, yeah, we're not going to go there. We'll go somewhere else. We'll just, you guys are also.
I have every reason in the world to go find that now.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. There's also the reality too that you guys are most likely hunted now. Like you guys are criminals.
Yeah. See who's really being hunted.
Love it. Matt, you were gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think the only reason the Titian needs to know is like they want it, so therefore, like, they don't need, like, they shouldn't have it.
That's what.
Like,
Yeah, like we'll go after
Exactly
the
what
big
I was
fucking
saying.
for them.
yeah.
Interesting. I love that. Cool. Chris, you're up.
I said it once, I'll say it again. I'll give kudos to Jack just for two things. One, he just freaking went in there, the bait and switch, which was just brave in itself. Because, by the way, that first hit almost took me out. For the very first hit, and remember, I take half damage from part of that.
Yeah.
So that was really gutsy. And then the line was just amazing. I just adored that.
Well, it's true.
One thing
You're
I
a very honorable person.
But thank you. But the one thing that's cool is like I've been debating in my head the arc and the development of this character, not just role playing but mechanically. And this whole day has pushed me in what directions I want to go. So that'll be fun.
Good. Yeah, I love that. Cool. And last but not least, Matt.
Oh. I just want to say, like, Joe, thanks for like setting up that moment. That was really cool. I don't
Mhm.
think I've ever really had like a moment. I've kind of had similar moments, but like not a moment like that in a game. And that was just a lot of very cathartic to sort of act out for sure. And it was just like it was really, really awesome. So really thank you for that. I think what I'm gonna say this. And I hope it doesn't feel like it's like Chelsea complimented me, so I'm complimenting her. But that color spray was so fun. I thought that was such a good. That had such strong Keyleth energy to it, like Marisha energy. I feel like in like a good way. And I was like, hey, it was a. I understand the strategy, but it was really fun. And just also knowing that she went into that fight with 9 hit points and was still just chipping away at the edges, sort of trying to, like, while we're fighting and swinging swords, she's trying to figure things out, and it just was awesome to see that.
I can't believe you didn't go down. Like,
I cannot believe I didn't go down.
You got attacked 2 or 3 times.
The one I was
And-
really lucky because he missed, and then I had one spell slot left, and it was one where I could throw up a shield and deflect it.
Yeah,
It's the whole
and that
reason
was
you
like
keep
because
that
I saw the
slot.
14. I rolled that 14. And I was like, okay, well, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, and that's exactly why I kept it. I was like, I'm gonna have to cast the shield at some point.
Yeah, looking forward to the leveling up. I'm looking forward to the long rest. I'm looking forward to seeing Titian as a character, his most alienated probably in a long, long time, since like his backstory and sort of being labeled a traitor, having a friend that helped him cope with that, then now that friend's gone. Seeing what that means, but also seeing him outside of his city as well, and how alienating that can be. How like you don't even have your surroundings. You don't even have like your favorite bar anymore. You're just everything's bad. But thinking about the type of character he is, I don't think that's going to be something like he's gonna go through like a phase, but I think he's also going to look for ways in which to find silver linings as well. So it's going to be like hopefully not too negative too long, but yeah, I'm interested in that sort of fish out of water story for Titian now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is a good one. Everyone's a good one, but this was a good one. Cool. I'm really excited to see where you guys take it. And I mean, technically speaking, Friday group, if you watch this, because they're level 3 right now, they're not, in my view of things, they're a little bit more in the, if you can believe it, even more RP heavy than you guys. So they're further from level 4 than you guys. So this will be interesting.
Nice.
But not by much. Just, you know. It was fun.
Well.
I just want to say this because I just was thinking about it. One of the biggest things that went through my head was when Slagtan went down. I was like, Slagtan was like the mini that I did the best with. Like, this sucks.
You can't die. I worked
I have
so hard on it.
I have to paint a whole new one, and that's actually kind of been my day too because I painted Brer. I spent most of my time today being sick and painting Brer. And then I, before I could even take a picture of Brer or anything, I dropped him, and his
No.
hammer broke off completely. And I was like,
No.
I just spent like 3 hours on this, like, but I got it back. We're good.
Well, let's see. Glue will hopefully fix that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, all right, guys. I think with that, we are gonna call it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I love you all. Be safe. And I think we are good. I will be gone this weekend. Actually, so yeah, you guys will be much further ahead than Friday because we're not going to have a Friday one.
Be sure to rub it in.
Yeah, just rub it in. Just rub it in. I love it.
We'll just remind them on the Discord, like, we had a really great session earlier this week. Yeah.
Let's just tell them we're level 10 now. Just so
immediately. There was a portal that
Did a
opened up.
time jump.
Yeah, exactly. You make fun, but I'll leave that there. Cool. All right, guys. This is an amazing session. Very, very nice. I will see you all next week. Have an awesome week, and take care.
Can you message me when you're feeling up to talking to me?
Yes.
Good night, y'all.
Awesome. Good night.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.